I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day.
Canelo, are you ready? I was born ready.
Considered by many to be, pound for pound, the best fighter in the world today. 4-division, 5-time world champion.
Oh, look at this guy.
He is now boxing's first ever undisputed super middleweight champion of the world.
Damas y caballeros de Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico.
¡Viva México, cabrones! You know my level, and you will see, because I'm gonna fuck out everybody.
You know, I mean, I would love to fight Canelo. I would love to show the world that I'm the best.
I want to get Canelo out here to Houston.
Oh, Canelo, where your cojones at? Let's get it.
Payday, payday, you want payday. I know that. Man, you fight with nobody.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Listos, pelos, chingazos.
He smacked the shit out of Canelo in
Get
person.
the fuck out of here, man. Please. I'm gonna knock out this guy. Mira, en este momento puedo hacer lo que yo quiera, ¿no?
Saul Canelo Alvarez.
SDS Promotions.
That's funny? You think that's funny?
A little bit. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Hopefully you got rich, as Angelo Leo was a big underdog. I told you to pick him and put that bread, that moolah, that dough, dinero, fettuccine, all that good shit. You should have put it on there. If you didn't, you broke. If you didn't, you lost your opportunity to get rich. Should have listened. It's not every day you get an upset pick. I told you guys. That being said, we're here to discuss the weekend recap. This weekend, obviously, Virgil Ortiz did battle with Sergey Bohachuk, and it was a great fight. A lot of action, possibly a controversial decision, as some believe Bohachuk should have gotten the win. Virgil Ortiz suffered 2 knockdowns. 2 knockdowns. Wasn't the man coming forward all night, and somehow still got the win on the scorecards. Virgil Ortiz's face was visibly beat up. You can tell he was in a fight. Where on the other hand, Bohachuk was not looking like he had been in a fight. Somehow, Bohachuk is the one to lose. Very unfortunate situation, as it was a great fight. It would have been good to have a decision free of controversy, but then it just wouldn't be boxing, right? Don't forget, we do our Unguarded series. Next one up is with James Benitez, and that'll be next week. So if you haven't asked James a question, head on over to patreon.com/theboxingvoice and or to YouTube community page for members only. Drop James the questions, as he is going to be stepping in the ring September 14th to do battle with another community member by the name of Rocky Rodriguez, and show your support. So let's take it from the top. We're going to start with, obviously, the fight everyone is here for, Sergey Bohachuk versus Virgil Ortiz, and we're trying to figure out, did Ortiz deserve the decision he received yesterday? And, very difficult to score. Very tight fight. Many people gave Virgil the last 3 rounds. So that is the difference in a lot of people's scorecard. They feel that he was able to bank the championship rounds and turn things around. But obviously there were knockdowns, 10-8 rounds, which Sergey had to overcome. And he wasn't able to quite, not Sergey, but Virgil. In my opinion, I don't think Virgil was really able to, get those knockdowns back. I didn't see a momentum shift, not of that caliber. Did Virgil have spots? Did he have, rounds where he looked good and he was the aggressor? Absolutely. I particularly preferred the rounds where Virgil was more boxing, using the jab, versus, rock'em sock'em robots, where that's what ended up happening a lot. I think Virgil thought he was going to be able to just mold this guy down with, pressure and hard shots. And let's say that, because that's been the story of the weekend. Well, Virgil landed the harder shots, and he certainly did. Going back and watching it with the volume on, because remember, I always watch it the first time, no volume, no audio. I don't hear what the announcers have to say. I'm not influenced by them saying that Bohachuk was hurt in the first round. I had no clue. And that's the major issue with boxing. What someone else sees can influence you. So me not hearing the announcers say that there was a shot that hurt Sergey, I'm not scoring it for Virgil. I need to see Sergey hurt. The announcer's telling me he's hurt. Sergio Mora yelling out, "Oh, he was hurt by the right hand." It's like, was he? Or is it like Shakur said about Bradley? Is someone in your ear telling you what you need to say, what you should say, what we should believe this fight looked like? Because I didn't see Sergey get hurt. That was one of the things I said in my live. Like, bro, he hurt Virgil. Virgil never hurt him. Now, yeah, was there a stumble where Virgil landed the right hand and Sergey, stumbled and shelled up? Yes. But outside of that, I never really seen Bohachuk visibly hurt. Now, did I go back and hear the announcers tell me he was hurt? Absolutely. Absolutely, they tried to sway my opinion. They tried to tell me that the guy that had no marks on his face, the guy that covered up very well, defense was good, he's the one that lost. He's the one that got hurt. Not the guy that we seen with our own eyes get hurt. Not the guy that we seen get his eye cracked and have a cut on his eye. Not the guy that we seen with his nose cracked and have a cut on his lip. Not the guy with his lip cracked and have a cut on his lip, with his nose bust and have a cut on his nose. Somehow it was the other guy that had no bruises, no redness, no cuts, no blood. He's the one that was hurt. We seen that wrong. The zone and the commentators, they seen it right. Virgil won the fight. Even though he was down 2 knockdowns, somehow he took over the fight and never looked back. You tell me how that happened. I have no fucking clue. None whatsoever. But hey, it is what it is, right? Bohachuk was never in the plans. I did see Alice Sheikh speaking with him directly after the fight. Hopefully, he said, we'll make the rematch or we'll bring you back. I prefer the rematch. I don't think it's fair for Virgil to move on. This was the first fight in Virgil's career that we figured it would be a test. Now you passed the test controversially. I don't think you should move on. I think you need to stay there, give us our rematch. If people wanted Shakur to rematch De Los Santos and De Los Santos didn't even hit Shakur, what the fuck do you want from Virgil, who got beat up, basically? He was punched every single round. Every single round. His defense isn't what we thought. I don't want to call him a one-trick pony because we've seen him get on his toes and box in certain rounds, but he has that Mexican-style mentality. We've seen him put his head on Sergey's head, and that's what he wanted. Not to mention he's Baby Ball. What is he? Nick Ball number 2. Fucker was using his head as a battering ram, thinking he was a billy goat. You're not an animal. You're not an animal. You're not on the mountain somewhere colliding heads with another fucking goat. Get your shit together, dirty ass. That shit was disrespectful on a high level, using your head like a battering ram, old cheating ass. And you the one got the cuts. That's what you get. I wish that cut would have opened up more for cheating so goddamn much. You guys was propping this dude up, and he was coming apart. He was coming apart, hands down, getting caught with massive right hands, cuts, blood, exhaustion. Nah, he needs a motherfucking rematch. He needs a rematch. No bullshit. But he's a fan favorite, so they don't got to do rematches. They don't even do controversy, you feel me? His fans will lie and say we didn't see what we saw, say we need to go watch boxing, say we don't know what we're watching, and somehow Virgil won with blood and swollen eyes and, cuts, and Bohachuk lost where he's about to take a family photo and go on vacation. You know what I mean? Like his promoter said, we all seen who won. We all seen who won. You know, the judges gave the 12 rounds to Virgil. Meanwhile, he's the one that had a tape malfunction. We literally seen Harvey Doc remove the tape, grab Virgil's hand, stop the action, remove the tape, and walk him to the corner so they could remove more tape and put more tape on and let Virgil get a nice little rejuvenative rest. Politics was at play yesterday. Politics was at play. How many times did Harvey Doc say that Virgil slipped? Thank God for instant replay. The politics were at play. The first knockdown, no, that's a slip. We all seen a clean right hand. They give him that knockdown after, reviewing the replay, and that's where shit gets funny with Harvey. All of a sudden, he don't see anything illegal. All of a sudden, he can't see nothing. He gets another knockdown. They wanted to rule that one a slip. You got to be careful on these boxing streets, man. They out to get you. Lake County, $2. I can see 9-3 for Bohachuk, 8-4 at best. Good fight. Agreed. CLT Meach, member for 5 months, the prospect level. I scored at 114, 112 for Virgil, live. Yeah, I don't know how. Lake County, $5. Virgil's best and most consistent punch was the stab jab inside when they were in phone boothing. Most of his success came then. Good body work from Virgil. Certainly good body work. Certainly. And all his punches were strong punches. Again, you watch the fight with audio, you can hear his shots. You can hear his shots. But what I don't like is that fight fans, all of a sudden, some become some sort of barometer on power. And they're like, whoa, no, he was throwing the harder shots, Ness. He was throwing the harder shots. So all the work Bohachuk did means nothing because Virgil was landing some hellacious shots. You wasn't in there. You ain't feel them. Cut the shit. How do you know they was hard? Because we hear them? Because we hearing shots hit the body. Oh, that makes it hard. I don't know, man. Again, if you punching hard, why you ain't hurt my man face at all? He's white. He is Caucasian. He should have at least had a fucking red mark. Something. Knock it off, man. Mad Bet, member on a champ level for 44 months. Daily dose of Tanquil. Mexican-American tops the real Mexican Rayo and Leo. Nonetheless, Thanksgiving coming. Yeah, I have no clue what you meant there. Oh, Mexican-American Leo tops Venado, the real Mexican. Yeah, second time we get that, right? Shout out to Baby Joker and Jivan. Your real Mexicans falling apart, getting beat up live on televisión. You know what I'm saying? That real Mexican shit ain't mean nada yesterday. Born in Mexico meant nothing. He went to sleep in Mexico. He was dreaming with Mexico when Leo punched him in the motherfucking face. That's the only motherfucking help he got from Mexico and being really from there, was that when he got knocked out, he was having sweet dreams of Mexicali and Jalisco and all that shit over there. You know what I mean? One for the Mexican Americans, one for the home team, baby. Actually two, right? That's two back to back. 2 weeks back to back. We get the one up on you purebreds. You know what I'm saying? Yada mutts now. Yada mutts. You can't get a fucking win. You can't get a win. Purebred Mexicans. Garbage. Basura, B. Step your game up. A lot of talking about being purebred, no showing that you got real skills. You know, again, I'm being hard. Y'all had this dude as the next up. He got, again, Dominicans, we say that they don't got tabecito because they hit him with everything, so they even kissed his ass. He was getting punched with every punch in the book. You know, you guys could be in denial all you want. I know what I seen. I know what I seen. And we're going to see it again. We're going to see it again. They ain't going to put him in with nothing like that no time soon. That's why in post-fight he avoided the Crawford fight, and he already asking for a retired Spence and a broken nose Fundora. Not a good look. Not a good look, Virgil. Not a good look. Next time, learn from Virgil. Shh. Don't say nothing. Shh. Well, we're going to think it over with our team, and we'll get back to y'all. We don't know what's next. Plenty of options on the table. You know what I mean? We don't want to hear quack, 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 quack. Nah, That's not what we don't even, we're not on the same page with that. Charles Conwell did his thing. Nothing to talk about, nothing to write home about. Kahari Gray was a decent opponent, though. He did present some issues for however long it lasted. Conwell did exactly what we expected him to do. At least he did what was expected of him. He got the knockout. He looked the way he was supposed to look, the way we believe he could look. He lived up to his hype thus far. But he obviously was not in a fight with Sergey Bohachuk or someone on that level. So, you know, you do have to consider that. Moving on, Kenneth Sim also gets the win. This was a little tougher than it should have been. And by tough, I don't mean he got hit. I mean tough to get this guy out of there. Romero, who was a last-minute replacement, you know, he certainly kicked up and was trying the most he can until he ultimately retired. He did start on that back foot immediately. Kenneth Sims applying tremendous pressure, you know, and he did his job. He looked good doing it. It was a tune-up. It was a showcase. He's back active. Let's put him in a fight. Give me Barroso Iricaro, some shit like that winner, even though that might take too long. Barboza Ramirez winner, even though that might take too long. My preferred fight for Kenneth Sims, he's not going to love it. Not the biggest name, but the dude that beat Barboza and got robbed. Because you see, it's only me that want to see these dudes that do good in the ring and don't get the decision that they deserve. Y'all forget about him. But that Irish kid that beat Barboza, he deserves to come back. Bring him back versus Kenny Sims. Probably not the best style matchup as they're both boxers, but that kid was an aggressive boxer, and he did his thing that night, and he deserves a return fight, especially since he got jobbed over that Barboza decision. Fundura does her thing. Lets me down, does not knock out Daniel Arsenio inside of 8.5. I figure with the, you know, extremely long reach and the leverage that she would get on that right hook, it would rain down on Arsenio. That wasn't the case. I think what she needed to do was uppercut, right hook instead of right hook, uppercut. Arsenio had that head down. There was a moment where I thought we were going to get it done inside the 8.5 because we did pick the under, which, again, she fucked that up. But she's still very aggressive. She's still one of the women that I would consistently watch because she's so aggressive, because she's in there with that killer's mentality and she's trying to get the knockout. So I do appreciate that about Gabriela Fundora. Daniela Arsenio did pretty good. She landed a couple of left hooks throughout the fight. That was her money punch. She has a fidgety, herky-jerky style that did cause some issues. You know, Gabriela just follows, bro. That was like the the underlining story of the night, that none of these fuckers know how to cut the ring off. You know, Virgil couldn't cut the ring off. Gabriela, it was the worst display of cutting the ring off. Kenneth Sims wasn't cutting the ring off. If Romero wouldn't stop on the ropes of clear and sheer exhaustion, would Kenneth have caught up to him? You know, yeah. A lot of these guys needed work. They needed to knock the rust off. And maybe that was the reason that these performances look the way that they look. But the name that I want for Kenneth, or wouldn't mind for Kenneth, should I say, is Sean McCombs. No relation to Sean Diddy Combs, but definitely a great fighter. And he showed that in the Barboza fight. And he deserves to come back because he showed us how good he could fight. The fact that he's being shoved under the carpet, you know, as if he's not good is bullshit. Joel Iralte did his thing. I believe it was like a first-round stoppage. You know, the person he was fighting just didn't belong. It made zero sense. He did look like he belonged. You know, he had the body. But he didn't belong. You know, he didn't belong. He was just the look. And that was all. We got member for 44 months we read that. We got Mr. T, $5. Counterpunch for Drew, a.k.a. Dirty Sanchez. Side note, now Virgil wants Fundora instead of Crawford, and Oscar said laugh out loud. Yeah, so dude, Counterpunch is just that. $5 with the word Counterpunch or CP, right, for Drew. Not a whole super chat, right? So, like, that's a whole super chat. So we read that as a super chat. You can't have a 2-in-1. You know, we could give Drew some sort of sale because you used most of your $5 and give him like 30 seconds on that counter. I don't know. But, yeah, keep the counters to say counterpunch for Drew or counterpunch for whoever versus doubling up a message and thinking you're getting a counter. Lake County, $2. 4 through 7 went to Bohachuk. The range and the jab hurt Virgil. Tell me about it. That's what I'm saying. We visibly seen Virgil hurt. We got to debate, was Bohachuk hurt? We got to argue with ourselves like, nah. He got hurt in that first round, Ness. I'm telling you, go back and watch it. Why I don't got to do that for Virgil? We could see him looking beat up. I don't know, man. I hate the excuses. It's always unfair that we get great fights and shitty outcomes. It really hurts the sport. That being said, we're almost done with the recap, and then we'll be taking calls. Mariciela Cornejo, another one that let me down. Lord have mercy. I really thought she was going to be able to stay on the outside, use her long arms, range, and height. Cecilia Baraka still has it. Still has it. I mean, walked her down and just the harder, more effective shots. And, you know, Mariciela was on that back foot mentality, never really stood her ground, kept circling, and not really landing right hands, let alone throwing them. She was just jab happy. It was excessive use of the jab, no commitment to her punches. The power punch that she did commit to was only the left hook, and it was like on repeat. You know, it was hard not to see it coming because it was the only punch outside of the jab that she was really using. Rarely seen right hands. Just a total letdown. I didn't expect her to be outclassed like that. I thought, you know, Baracus is a little older. She's on the back half. You know, Cornejo's always in shape. Gets great sparring here in Vegas. That just wasn't the case, man. She just didn't, you know, look the way I expected her to look. Shout out to Cecilia Baracus. Does get the win, and we'll see what she does next. She looked good at 54. You know, I don't know if it's just because they're both Costa Rican, but I think I wouldn't mind a fight with her and Hannah Gabriels. It could look good, you know, on television. If not her and Hannah Gabriels, I guess Natasha Jonas or Michaela Mayer are at 54, I believe. And those are decent names. She's a little older, Cecilia, but honestly, I didn't see the age show up, man. You know, outside from looking at her, I don't even know how to call that shit in English. The side, you know, that side fat you get on your like, you know, your love handles. Outside of looking at that, we call it chichos in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But outside of seeing her with them two fucking chichos on each side, she ain't look bad. That was about the only thing. And those was small, you know what I'm saying? Like, she did not look bad. She did not look her age, and she fought damn good. Cornejo let me all the way down. Fought with no urgency to win, no power behind her shots. Oh, it was sad. Eric Priest gets the win, looks decent, goes another 10. This is his second 10-round fight that goes the distance back to back. He looks good mechanically, technically. He's doing things correct. He's just not putting enough pressure. I think the word I was using yesterday was he's not committing enough either. You know, he'll throw these right hands, but you can see they're not like with intent. You know, I don't know. Priest looks good, but still needs to be tested. Knockouts are starting to disappear. They need to put him in a real fight so we know what we got on our hands with Eric Priest. But again, he gets the win, lives to fight another day. Johnny Cañas looking no bueno. Pero he at least looked better than his last 4 fights. So he is improving. You are improving, Johnny, and I ain't trying to shit on you. You are improving. You look better than I've ever seen you. I've watched all your fights. This is your 5th one. You looked better. I'm still waiting for you to shine, though. You know, I need you to come into your own. I need you to have a little more confidence in the ring and walk around with that swag, because if you don't believe you the man, why would we believe you the man? Jordan Fuentes, newly signed, top-ranked fighter, also gets the win over James Mulder. And Fuentes, 10-time national champion. He also did his thing, but he went to decision. And that was quite shocking. You know, pro debuter, you just would think he's going to get the stoppage. And he had a nice body. He looked like he was physically in great shape, very muscular. I think I associated him with maybe Pitbull. I said, I'm not sure, but he's very muscular, you know. Only 18, but maybe the night got to him. He wasn't able to put the shots together and get the stoppage like he should have. But he got the win, and he moves on. We got a counterpunch for Alex in West Palm, but I don't see you. All right, is that for Alex? Double check. Oh, no, that's Joker. What up?
What's up, Ness? How you doing, bro? Can you hear me good?
Perfect.
Damn. What a great night of fights, bro. That Angelo Leo knockout was fucking crazy. I only watched the last 2 rounds. I did hear he was being really fucking dirty. I know I heard he complaining about Virgil using his head as a battering ram. I heard Leo was throwing rabbit punches like crazy. Yo, shout out to Brian Flores, bro. I felt like they robbed my boy. Lindolfo didn't do shit. I don't know what the hell they were doing by deducting points with the fake-ass low blow.
But then
with that fake knockdown.
Lindolfo dropped
What was
him.
that? Oh, I didn't call it. I didn't see it a drop. It was more of a rabbit punch, and the dude fell forward and got up immediately. You know, if they want to count it, I guess. But I thought Brian Flores won that clearly. Back to Virgil, man. That shit is craziness. That to me, that was a robbery. Fucking Flacco went in there and took Virgil's Mexican card, man. He had Virgil off the back foot. He didn't want to engage with this dude. This is why I say you mofos that pretend you know boxing and you go off of these boxing sparring wars. Oh, Virgil dominated him. Oh, David dominated him. That shit don't mean nothing, bro. I mean, y'all can still believe this bullshit, and I'm going to keep collecting your money like I did yesterday. All you Virgil believers talking about Virgil's great. Virgil's, man, he didn't show me shit. And the reason he's running from Bud is because Bud will knock him the fuck out. Man, I'll bet on that shit too. Ain't no way this kid is ready for no Bud. I don't even think he's ready for no fucking Ramos. I think Ramos puts hands on him too. Probably gives him more problem. That's a big 54-pounder. Has similar style of fighting. But this dude lets his hands go. No, he's a faster Bohachuk. A faster Bohachuk. Man, I feel bad for Sergey, man. A lot of people had this dude counted out. A lot of people said he was going to, go to sleep under 6. I don't know what the hell they be watching. Like I said, Virgil never showed me anything in the smaller weight divisions to tell me he had that type of power. The dude would stop guys late, from 7 rounds and above, and these were smaller dudes. And it wasn't like he was clearly knocking them the fuck out, bro, because he wasn't. And he was not going to do that with Sergey. And I also watched the fight with the volume off, bro. I didn't see Sergey get hurt like the commentators and a lot of fans were preaching. I saw Virgil get hurt. I saw Virgil eat so many right hands, man. Like crazy. And I told everybody, bro, Virgil gets clipped in the pocket. Y'all think he's good, but he's not that good, man. If you go watch, I went back and watched that Maurice Hooker fight. When Maurice was in there throwing hands with him, bro, he was catching him with shit. I'm like, you're definitely, you can't do that with Sergey. Man, y'all need to watch more boxing, man. Stop giving these kids the ultimate praise like they're greats. They haven't proven anything yet, bro.
That's the bell, player. We got a counterpunch for Drew, but I don't see you. Drew, what it do? Don't see you. Counterpunch, Dirty Sanchez. I'm assuming that's Drew because the last time he said for Drew. So whenever he jumps on, we'll get to that. In the meantime, in between time, we got Juan out of Houston. What's up? Don't forget, Juan is giving out that ticket to the Pro Box fight this week. Whoever wants that, contact me. Shout out to Juan, your community member. Juan, we don't hear you. Got to unmute. Right now,
you got me?
We got you.
All right, man, because I'm on the laptop. It'd be different. Bro, man, shout out to Angelo Leo, Pro Box alumni. Wow. Man. Bro, I had to, my pops, he's in the hospital, right? I had to call him last night and hold the phone so he could watch the replay. I couldn't believe it. I said, man, bro, that was amazing. Shout out to Angelo Leo. I still can't believe it. But you know what? It's crazy they were talking about the rabbit punches. Because, a lot of them, I think, you can't avoid them. Virgil was hitting Bohachuk behind the head a lot. When they would come close, Virgil was doing this, like, hooking thing and hitting Bohachuk behind the head. He did it a lot. But at the same time, you can't fault him because you leaning into the dude. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't want to say that was a dirty fight because I seen some people saying stuff like that online. I don't know about that. I just think it was a battle, man. It was a war. And, Bohachuk, man, he's showing us some stuff, man. I'm amazed. Like, boy, this boy got some heart. So shout out to Bohachuk, man. Them really the only 2 fights I had anything to comment on because I caught the other ones late. I caught the Sims. Who was that dude he was fighting, man? He was like a last-minute opponent. They say it gave him days?
Yeah, Romero.
Yeah, Romero, okay.
He was a former title challenger, but at lower weight classes, at featherweight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I got here late, and I got in the middle of that fight. But, man, I don't know. Who said he want Barboza?
Did he call out Barboza? I didn't hear it. I had the volume off.
There's 2 guys. There's 2 guys, he said, they're here right now in the stadium. He says, I know they're both here right now. I forget the other name he said, and he said Barboza. I said, dang, gotta be a good fight. because Barboza didn't
Yeah,
shine
but that's a
his
lot of
last
waiting,
fight.
though. That's a lot of waiting. I mentioned those names as possibility options for him, but you're going to wait for them to fight Ramirez, and is there a date? Where's the venue for that? That's actually happening?
Yeah,
These dudes ain't really
you're
thinking,
right.
man. Like, I mentioned Barboza, but again, we don't know what's going on with his fight with Ramirez, when that's going to happen, when it's going to be over, when he's going to be, is he going to be healthy? Is he not going to get injured? If he wants to wait that long, hey, he already waited a year. That's crazy to me that you want dudes that's not available. You ain't been fighting.
Yeah, but
You got a promoter that got a TV date. You need to get action.
yeah. Well, shout out to Turkey again, man, showing up and doing
You
his
may
thing.
feel like it's your time.
All right, that's my time.
But it's
But
not your
Ness, you
time.
got the ticket, right?
I got the ticket.
Okay, yeah. Use the Apple one because there's no name on. That's why I tried to send it like that, like the Apple thing, the wallet thing, because there's no name on it, so anybody can use it. Because when I tried to do
I'm going to
the
try and
email
open
version,
that wallet on my phone because that wasn't working on a computer. I don't know if the wallet thing that you sent works.
well, if worst come to worst, wherever you give it to, just tell them, give me their number, and I'll just directly share it to them from phone to phone.
Yeah, that might be best.
Because I know that works, because I done that with Cowboys tickets I bought for my homeboy before for his birthday. All right, I'm out. I ain't going to take too much time.
You the man, champ. Once again, if anybody is in that Florida Plant City area and you want to go to Pro Box, we are giving away a ticket courtesy of Juan in Houston, who purchased a ringside ticket and now no longer is going to be in Florida due to work. So you get a free ticket. You get lucky. One of y'all gets lucky. Givon. While we wait for Givon to connect, don't forget to subscribe. Right now we're at 229,213. Have you subscribed? Have you grabbed your child's device and subscribed? Numbers means power. I don't care. Get me that power so we can get those big interviews. Givon, are you there?
Yeah, what's going on, Ness? You able to hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, man, look. Good morning, TBV. Another beautiful day in boxing. I can't lie, man. I hate to agree with Joker sometimes because I feel like he needs to be deported or something. Something needs to happen to that man. But I will tell you this much. Every once in a while, and that dude knows his boxing. I completely agree with the shit he was saying with Virgil. That's the main. I got so many things to touch on, but maybe I'll touch on them tomorrow. But Virgil's the thing that right now got me disgusted, Ness. I can't lie, man. These dudes is disgusting. You get what I'm saying? Like, the only time when I seen Bohachuk even relatively hurt was that punch in the back of the head, and Bohachuk kind of did it to himself because he leaned in a lot. You know, he would come in with his head down, but he got hit in the back of the head. I forget, it was like around 7 or 8. He got hit in the back of the head and got hit clean in the back of the head. Ref didn't say nothing, whatever, but that's when he kind of lost a step, but he put his head right back up and continued to press forward. There was never a moment where Bohachuk was running. There was never a moment where Bohachuk was grabbing. Bro, he grabbed Ortiz one time the whole fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude was pressing the action, and outside of that, Ortiz caught him with like a good hook, or I forget what it was, but he caught him another time where again he lost a step, but he was never hurt, never started retreating, never started running. The whole time pressing forward. I don't understand what people see. Like, Ortiz to me is just like one level above Cruz. You get what I'm saying? I picked Rayo over Cruz because I was like, Cruz is very one-dimensional, and Ortiz is the same shit. Every once in a while, he'll show some kind of boxing, like true boxing ability, but outside of that, he's a brawler. You get what I'm saying? And people refuse to accept it. They want to make him out to be some kind of great boxer, but I don't see it. Like, the moments that people loved the most was when Ortiz started getting mad, banging his fist and talking and like trying to bang it out with Bohachuk. But if you pay attention, it looked good because like, oh shit, Ortiz is mad. Oh shit, Ortiz is trying to get that knockdown back, but he missed a lot of the shots. And a lot of the shots hit the glove. A lot of the shots missed like completely. And if they did land, they didn't affect Bohachuk. Bohachuk continued to come forward. You get what I'm saying? There was never a moment where you could say Ortiz completely had control of the fight to try to say, oh, he deserved the fucking fight after 2 knockdowns. This is crazy, man. I'm disgusted by this shit. I'm disgusted by the announcers. I just hate the way they set it up. They had fucking Turk up there. talking about, yeah, we're trying to make the Bud fight. And the thing is, if you paid attention to that interaction with Turk and Oscar, it seemed like Oscar wasn't even interested in fucking Bud either. But once Turk started mentioning Canelo ducking Bud, then that's when Oscar's like, yeah, we want Bud. Come on, everybody. He tried to hype up the crowd. Like, bro, a second ago, you were acting like you didn't even want Bud. You started naming other people, Fundora. Like, bro, like, it is what it is, man. It's crazy how they set it up like this. It's disgusting. Announcers are disgusting too, man.
That's the bell. That's the bell. Yeah, man. Fundora, he did me dirty saying that bullshit. But hey, what are you gonna do? Phone lines are open if you want to call in. That's what we're looking for, you to voice your opinion and tell us how you really feel. Let us know how you seen the fight. Did Virgil truly get the win? Did you see him really doing his thing? Or is it all a lie to keep the hype of Virgil going, to build the big fight with Bud, right? Because Bohachuk wouldn't have been a big fight for Bud. So, maybe that's why the fix was in. Because how could we do Bud versus Sergey Bohachuk? That ain't going to sell. Now Virgil, that's the green print. I don't know, but I know you was busy yesterday. I don't know if you got, the time to watch the fight. Hoping you did. What's your thoughts on this weekend's recap?
Yeah, man, I definitely had to do my homework. Shout out to TBV. Shout out to the wife. Now, the DAZN card. First of all, I think the ESPN card was a little bit hotter than the DAZN card. Quiet as kept, but the DAZN card, starting with I mentioned as much on Instagram, King Amin of Essex 1 on IG, King Amin of Essex 1 on Twitter. I'm not really sure if either Sims or Conwell did anything to really raise their profile with their wins last night, but at least we got a chance to see them. Fundora, if I can talk a little bit about Fundora. It was a good defense. She's coming in off a layoff. I like the way she started as a southpaw to kind of keep her lead hand a little bit out in front of us, so she didn't have to travel at a distance to get to her opponent, but she still got that banger mentality. It's time to line it up with Chucky Alanes for the unification. Cecilia Breakus had a good win over Cornejo. I didn't think it was as unanimous as the judges had. I thought Cornejo fought pretty well, but shout out to the well-seasoned Breakus. Getting to the main event, man. Virgil got tested for sure. Robbery, I don't know if I'm one of those people being a pacifist. Robbery's a strong word. He did get knocked down twice, so I could see on the scoring very hard for him to have won. But he fought well when he was fighting well, and he came on strong after those knockdowns. So, a draw probably would have been sufficient, but I don't know how many people are really screaming that Bohachuk deserved the win in that one. I probably have to hear some of the callers enlighten me on that one, because getting a chance to watch it not in the moment and not in a fight chat, just kind of in my own peace of mind. Again, I thought Virgil fought to at least a draw, So it's interesting, but I heard you say something about the fix being in because of marketability, and I thought maybe the other way around. Maybe it's not a Riyadh season bout, but it's still continuing along that Eastern European corridor. So he stopped off wherever Madrimov is from, then Bohachuk in the Ukraine. Not a sexy name, but it's who's on the board, and I think Virgil. It's the name marketability, but Virgil may not be as formidable trying to brawl.
These judges need to be held accountable. The last 4 rounds, we talking about 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. How can you give that to Sergey? Like, how? How did he get all 4 rounds? And on some judges' scorecard, he got the last 3, 10, 11, 12.
Definitely crazy.
In 12, there was a malfunction with Virgil's tape. He was the one getting beat up at the time that Harvey Doc stopped the fight to help him with his fake tape. Like, how do you stop a fight to help him with the tape? He's down in that round. You put the tape on and he won the round? Come on, man. It's just bullshit, bro. Like, anybody that knows boxing knows it was impossible for Bohachuk to lose the last 4 rounds. Every single one? Every single one. So Virgil just got on a hot streak that none of us seen and blanketed the back half, the whole quarter, 4 rounds straight. Come on, man. That's, I don't know, bro. Boxing is terrible, yo. The judging, this is why the sport don't grow, because you get the same casual fans over. Man, you see, that's why I don't watch this sport. You visibly watching a dude get beat up, and the judges tell you he didn't lose. Meanwhile, he's coming out of there looking like Rocky, yelling out Adrian in part 2, beat the fuck up. Like, come on, bro. It's sad what they're doing, man. Angel, what up? Venom, fucking Sean, 10 names. All right, no Angel. Let me get this audio then.
Everybody know that, Virgil's fine, but the Nevada commission told us that it's best for him to go get checked in the hospital, so they took him right now.
That's another thing. He won, but he got to go get CT scans. He got to do the MRI.
He walked to the ambulance and everything, but it was just a requirement that was brought up by the commission. Virgil was responding and everything clearly and told them that he felt good, but they said we still want you to go because it's something that is required.
I will say this though, the promoter of Sergey Bohachuk, Tom Lawther, also said that Sergey was advised by the commission to go to the hospital as well. Trying you again.
Unmute Venom.
All right, we're going to move on. Raking, what's up? Dub $100, $2. Ortiz, Fundora, Zoo, all duck emoji, Crawford. Raking, what up?
Yo, Ness, is the back. I'm in the gym. Is the background too loud? I can go outside.
We don't hear anything so far.
Okay, perfect. King Amin is on too.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to you, King Amin. Good morning. Shout out to you, Ness and PBV. Yo, so last night, I think Virgil fought the better fight. I think he fought the better fight, but he definitely lost. That's my view on it. I liked how he was boxing, but he had 2 flash knockdowns, and I don't think there was any recovering. The fight was close. I think the fight was close. I think overall Virgil fought the better fight, but his balance was off, and he kept falling and taking clean knockdowns. And I think Sergey Bohachuk should have won last night. I think those guys got to run it back. I think they got to run it back. It was too close. And I don't know. I'm curious, guys, like what your take on superstition is here, but I think Turkey has got to quit announcing his plans right before people go up to fight. I feel like he's snake biting fights. That's my superstitious side. What do y'all think?
I mean, I think by telling the fighter that's motivation, you're expecting a big turkey check if you can get through this win. It should make you fight harder. It shouldn't add any pressure. If anything, you can get superstitious and say he's jinxing the fights.
That's I guess what I'm trying to say. I do think he is jinxing the fights. Clearly, it was really funny. Someone else mentioned this too. Clearly, Turkey and Oscar not on the same page. I think. But
you said
regardless,
no, he said Oscar. Turkey and Oscar.
Oh, I thought he said Alf.
Yeah, no. When they were talking up there, they were not on the same page, bro. like, and you can tell how just kind of like nervous Oscar is about what Turkey's going to sort of decree with his big bags, if you will. But what I'm curious, Ness and what do y'all think Virgil should do next? I think he absolutely needs to rematch Silva, in my opinion.
Next for Virgil, man, listen.
Yeah.
Yo, bring on Crawford, bring on Fundora, bring on Zoo. I don't know where rank or positioning, but Lubin's got to get his shot eventually. 154 is shark waters right now, so those are the fights to me that have to happen. I know Zoo is not in a title position, but certainly if it's Lubin's chance to finally get his shot, obviously the Crawford bout net was talking about that. That's sexy in name, but Ortiz,
that would make sense too. That would make sense too. But hey, real quick before I hop off here, just shout out to Angelo Leo, bro. What a comeback story! That boy is so inspiring, man.
That's the bell. I want to bring up, because I almost forgot. This is the weekend recap. I wanted to bring up the Jahan Ingram fight. Obviously, it was on Misfits Boxing. This is my first time watching Misfits, bro. I never watched Misfits, bro.
I've watched it before.
Because there's some females. Yeah. They got female boxing, so I get you. And I watched it because of Ingram. Tougher fight than I thought it would be for Ingram. Did you watch it?
No, that I didn't catch.
Tougher fight. He fought a long, hard punching, awkward dude. Awkward, very awkward. He didn't get the stoppage. It was only a 6-rounder. He had Reese Alim's trainer, as you can see. The rope is covering his face, but this was Reese Alim's old trainer there, as well with DeAndre Savage, the heavyweight that I interview a lot. That's his head trainer there, too. Coach, what is it, Donnie? Oh, my God. I'm about to fucking forget his name. Lonnie, Coach Lonnie. And, Coach Lonnie. But Jahan looked good. He got hit. And I didn't know what to think of this fight, right? It looked like a Misfits fight. Like, the opponent looked like he was an influencer type of dude. But he wasn't a bum. Like, Jahan just couldn't walk through him. Like, he was, and again, he wasn't good, but he was decent. Like, he knew what he was doing, I guess.
Ingram himself is only 4-0?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
so
that.
I know that the affiliation, and sometimes this might be better for him. Sometimes the affiliation with Mayweather and breaking free, just to be brought along. I don't know what division he's in.
I don't think they broke him free, bro. The commentating, because I wasn't live for that fight, obviously, so I had the volume on. Jesus Christ. Every other sentence was Floyd. Every other sentence was an association. It's like, you can see the years of sparring in an elite gym like Mayweather's gym with Ingram. You can see. Look at him. He must have learned all that in his time spent with Mayweather. It was insane how many times they used Mayweather. I guess that's how he got the deal. It's like, he's an influencer boxer because his influence being with Mayweather. I don't know. The fight did go on BoxRec. It will be his 5th fight. It's not there as a win just yet, but the opponent is there. The opponent is a boxer who's boxed a lot. He's a journeyman. He's 4 wins, 15 losses. Yesterday, he was coming. That made his 4th straight loss. He's already got another fight scheduled. That's what he does. He's a journeyman,
Well, look, I don't know what division Ingram is in, but if my spidey senses are telling me anything, because you look how the presentation,
like
if you will.
It looks like it could have been 140.
Well, maybe there's a showdown looming with Dean the Great, who went from influencer, who's turning into at least a serious gym rat, and I guess trying to take his game a little bit more more serious. And if you look at the Misfits connection and the presentation, if I think that could be something that's looming. I don't know what Dean the Great's division is, but like I said, I think if you're looking for two influencer style fighters that are really trying to take the fight game more serious than what we've seen. And again, I'm sure Ingram might not appreciate being called an influencer, but I'm just saying once you get packaged on that side of the street, if you will, people hate that term. We're better off seeing cats on, the pro boxes, the before the bells, or, the undercards, you know what I'm saying? Even, even a Don King undercard, we'll still take you as a serious fighter. But unfortunately, there is a bit of stigma that goes with being on the Misfit side of things. So no disrespect to Brother Ingram, but, maybe it'll take a fight with Dean the Great to move him over to the more traditional promoter side of things, right?
I'm happy that you're on because, I can always count on you to watch a woman's fight, even though I know today, because you were busy, you missed this particular fight. I would love to be wrong on this because this was such an entertaining woman's fight. And she is so popular amongst specifically our community, but specifically those that watch Pro Box. She's rapidly became boxing's newest ring card baddie. And she's even transferred into doing interviews. She had a pro debut yesterday on Misfits. And I'm talking about I'm talking about Amber Fields. First, let me show you this face-off. I mean, what's that girl's name? The one that gets real provocative?
Elle Brooke out of the UK?
Nah, isn't it another one? The one that's actually a champ?
Oh, Ebony Bridges?
She's got nothing on these girls. Nothing on these girls. These girls ain't playing. Look at this face-off. What is this?
Well,
bro, that is paint.
Man.
She's got nothing on but paint. And then the other one got crotchless panties with the ass out. But that's not it. The fight was actually good. But let me show you this. Now, is this other girl John Gotti's daughter? Because her name is Gotti. Look at the cat fight. Bro,
come on.
The fact that you can see Amber's slit is ridiculous. She's out of control. I mean, she's out of all the way control. And the funniest thing is this. Let me paint this picture for you. I stumbled across this fight, let me tell you. I'm watching Jahan Ingram and then bloop. You feel me? This comes on because I think it was Bo is like, yo, Jahan in the ring. I must have seen that text late. When I go to DAZN, Jahan already got his hand raised. So I got to use that great feature DAZN has where it lets you go to the fight card and pick the round. I love that. Every fucking network needs to do that. So I got fat fingers, hit the wrong shit, and it's it's Amber Fields. And she's just like pounding her fist Pacquiao style and biting on his mouthpiece and looking like a rabid dog. And you could see she's like, and I tell you, I got the volume on. I'm not live. I'm chilling. She's and just pounding on the fucking gloves. And I'm like, wait, this is Amber Fields. Like, this is the girl from Pro Box. Now I'm locked in. I'm like, okay, who the hell she gonna fight? Wow, pro debut. Then it's like, oh, Gotti, and this girl's way taller than her, and she's so skinny. And I don't know nothing. I don't know what Gotti she is. I just automatically associated the last name and said she's got to be related to one of the Gotti crime family, right? The bell rings. Amber is still pounding her fist, growling, thinking she a dog. Bruh, Gotti beat the brakes off her. I'm talking about beat the shit out of her. Like, she used her range so well. It was not a Misfits fight. That girl could box. Obviously, she's not ready for true professionals. They can work with her, though. She moved well, circled the ring well, and she just was running Amber. I mean, Amber didn't hit her at all, bro. I mean, you got to watch this fight. If you're an Amber Fields fan, you talking about she the baddest ring card girl. Go watch her get her face beat. I mean, every shot she ate it. It was ridiculous. I was laughing so loud. My wife is like, what? I'm like, yo, this girl's getting the ass kicked. It was crazy how bad, like round after round, second after second, she could not cut the range at all. And it was almost hilarious because she's so tough, poor girl. She must have had so much to prove and so many people that watching. She just kept trying, Amber, but all she did was running the shots. Bro, it was so funny because I never expected Gotti to be that skilled. Like, again, you're going to watch it and you're not going to see the skill mechanically. You know, technically she's not throwing the punches perfect, but they're landing and it's a 1, 2, 3. She practiced on her 1, 2, 3, and that's just what she did. She practiced that punch. It worked for her. She kept it going. Amber couldn't get past the jab, and I felt bad. They didn't even have headgear. Bro, she was beating the shit out of Amber, bro. Like, bad. She was just running into him. None of her right hand, she was just too short. Gotti's too tall, and she was using that left hand to block Amber's right hand. It was crazy, bro. I didn't expect to see that, you know, especially with Amber looking all tough and lives down floor. I'm thinking she got great training. Yo, Gotti did her thing, man. That's, again, if you're going to watch the Jahan Ingram fight, only if you're going to watch the Jahan Ingram fight, fuck it. Go watch the Amber Fields fight real quick, too. I'm not a Misfits guy. Yesterday was my first time ever. Shout out to Jahan. You got me to do it because I rock with you. He got the win. I wanted to recap his fight and let y'all know that he's there. Former Mayweather fighter broke loose. Didn't know. I wonder if that was like a play on words. His waistband said TMF. Because I know it used to be TMT, right? So wait, like what's the F now? Like the money team failure, the money team falls. Is it nothing to do with the money team? What the fuck is TMF?
I got no clue.
Yeah. I don't know how the Misfits fights are sanctioned. Maybe hers was an exhibition, but she had no headgear. She got her face beat in. That shit was funny. It's worth watching, bro. You gonna laugh for real. Lake County, $2. 10 was a swing round. 9 went to Bohachuk. 11-12 Virgil. Yeah, I'm not cool with giving the 12th to Verge, but hey. Numb Antique, no words, all love. Meech TV, $5 Nest. Give my boy Brandon Adams some respect now. You've been talking slick the last few weeks, shaking my head. He turned Sergey lights out. Something Virgil couldn't do. Yeah, you right about that. Virgil could not. You right. And Brandon suffered a knockdown in that fight, didn't he?
Yeah.
But go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, and speaking of wins that age well, man, Angelo Leo, Stephen Fulton's win over Leo is aging well because Leo put, Venado's lights out yesterday, man, in a hometown bout. Did you catch that card?
Hell yeah, bro. I'm the most excited. I didn't even wait for the betting show to tell fuckers to pick Leo. I told them during fight week. I let them laugh at me. And now look. We are the champions, my friend. And while I was watching the fight, I'm telling these dudes, like, yo, I told y'all, look at Leo, what he doing. He had no respect for Venado. None. He was trying his best. Don't get me wrong. If he didn't get that knockout, we was probably not going to win. Venado was doing his thing. But Leo's aggression, man, he just kept trying, and I love it. And he got the win, and he deserved it because we need to highlight, we need to normalize starting from the bottom again. You know what I'm saying? These fighters, they think they shit don't stink. They got their nose in the air to prelims. They nose in the air to pro box. They too good. You deserve to be on a pay-per-view card. You the co-main, but you ain't fought in 2-3 years. You coming off a loss. You ain't get a knockout in 4-5 fucking years. You know what I'm saying? We need to normalize what motherfucking Leo did. Got cut by Rollout. PBC used him for his belt to Fulton, kicked him out, got rid of him, and he took it to the streets, came back with Pro Box, earned it the hard way, brought a big fight to his hometown, and flattened somebody in Albuquerque in front of everybody. His fucking principal was probably there. But you dudes too good for that because you swear you somebody and you ain't no fucking body. Walk down the mall, don't nobody know you and ain't asking for no motherfucking autograph. So wake the fuck up. Oh, dumbass motherfuckers. Shout out to Leo. That's how you do it. You get back on that bike, you take the fights you could take, and you show the world what you made of. Hashtag two-time, because ain't a lot of you fuckers could say that. Two-time. You ain't like me and Leo. You ain't lose it and get it back. But I hope you bet on them like I told you to do, both for free and on the betting show. Brambo, $5. I think Turkey's announcement affected the Ortiz decision. I don't like it. He's trying to dictate boxing, but it's Chris smoking Joe Billy weak. 168-pound bully. Let's see what we got. Big Gucci Nick.
Yo.
Yo.
Let me put you on speaker real quick. Yeah, man, shout out TBV. Everybody hit that like, smash that subscribe, man. Shout out to Ness, King Amin. Nice to see you, bro. Yeah, it was a great night of boxing, man. That was a very shocking outcome for the Venado fight, man. Your boy got it, man. That Fulton win over Leo's agent real good, like you said, man. Wow, that was an amazing left hook, man. Geez, I didn't know it packed that much power because it looked like either it packed a lot of power or Venado's chin really ain't that great, but I think it packed a lot of power. But the way it looked, man, the way it landed, my man was flattened in his hometown. Would you say, Ness? His principal was probably there, bro.
No, but Leo's principal, that's what I'm saying. That was Leo's hometown, and I tried to get y'all to factor that in. Like, bro, they bringing a fight to Leo's hometown. You don't think he gonna fight harder than he ever did? Venado had no reason to be in Albuquerque. Like, I thought the fix was in. Another reason is like, wait, this dude's from Pro Box. They fighter is Lopez, but we going to the Pro Box fighter hometown?
Yeah, that's crazy. And then on top of that, he just gets a knockout to solidify it too. That's amazing, man.
Yep.
So now
you gotta love this sport because he was not known as a puncher. Virgil was the puncher. He was supposed to get the knockout, and Leo got the fucking highlight reel.
So now who are the 4 champions in that division?
Give me a sec.
In featherweight, you got Rafael Espinoza.
Mm-hmm.
You got Angelo Leo.
Ray Vargas and Brandon Figueroa is your interim. Ray Vargas is your full WBC. But you got to remember, Ray Vargas is coming off of like 2 losses or 1 loss to Foster and time off, or 1 loss to Foster and Ball, right?
Was it a draw with Ball?
I don't know, something. And
lost in a draw.
And Nick Ball is your WBA. So it's a decent division in terms of the champions.
It's a very competitive division, man. I love to see it, man. I want to see more of these fights get made, too. Hopefully, Turkey invests more money in the lower weight classes, man, because we do have a lot of we do have these guys in the lower weight divisions who are definitely fighting each other, but they definitely need that Turkey Al-Sheikh backing, man. But yeah, man, that's my call. One more thing too for the Bohachuk, man. Remember, I was giving my last minute prediction. Man, I told you that ring rust would play a part, man. That last fight before Bohachuk, where it was a first round KO, was not enough to knock the ring rust off, man. He needed a little bit more to get the reflexes back and shit like that, man. That's why he got touched up like that. And I thought Bohachuk won that fight, to be honest with you. And I had him before the fight even happened. I had Bohachuk as a pick too, man. I said it.
You may feel like it's your time.
Yeah, man, that's my
it's not
call.
your
Keep the
time.
ball rolling. I'm gonna keep listening. Now.
I just want people to keep that same energy, man. Tell Virgil to give us the rematch. You know, it wasn't a clear win. Like, look, that caller just said, I had Bohachuk winning. You know, there needs to be a rematch.
Immediately, I agree.
There needs to be a rematch. You know, Tom Lawfer's not happy. I watched the post fight. Manny Robles went off. He don't even curse. He went off. You know, he apologized for cursing, but he wants something to be done. He wants these judges to be held accountable. He wants to know why they never get interviewed. Why everybody else gets interviewed? And I say that all the time. Why everybody else gets interviewed, but these fucking judges get to leave and go home and chill and get their comp steak dinner from the promoter. Because the promoter's the one putting them in the hotel.
See, with that particular situation, we've seen a precedent, especially with the WBC, get involved and say we need an immediate rematch. So whether people believe Conceição and Foster needed a rematch, it's happening because the WBC.
Yeah, but is the WBC going to step in now when Turkey Al-Sheikh is the financier? If he really wants Virgil and Crawford, is the WBC going to step in and not take their percentage?
Yeah, they're gonna do the. I mean, yeah, I'm being naive. They should, and I think somebody like Mauricio may want to draw the line. He may take a line or a page out of his Mexican compatriots book, you know, Canelo, and say, Turk, you ain't gonna dictate my WBC. I dictate the WBC. So chill out. He may do something like that. We don't know. It may not be about the bag.
KB 2481, you must be a prospect saying that I'm mad because I lost money because I bet on Bohachuk. I literally bet Virgil 7 through 9. 7 through 9. I used to believe in Virgil so much that I would bet. And I bet this week, 7 through 9. But you're not on the champ level, so you just talking. Because you're a little $3 dude. You feel me? Step it up. Go see my slip, and then you won't have to lie on my name. You feel me? Because I picked Virgil 7 through 9. He let us down, not the other way around. You feel me? We believed in what he used to be or said he was. Cruz, $2. Leo, a dirty fighter. Caught him, though. Big ups to dude. Dirty fighter, what'd he do? Let me go review it. Because I'm not in the dirty fighters. Tone Deaf, $10. Casuals only like their favorite fighters to win. They are afraid of the best fighting the best. Canelo 30 wins in Mexico before coming to America. Canelo had 30 wins in Mexico before coming to America. Okay, we're going to repeat that one more time, or is that enough?
Canelo had 30 wins in Mexico before coming to America.
Ah, shit. Elijah. What up? Don John, Bud would have stopped Ortiz in 9. $2 cash app. I don't know, man. Bud ain't stopped Madrimov in 9. What up?
Yo, can you hear me?
Perfect.
All right, cool, man. Let me just thank y'all because you guys are hands down the best boxing voice on the planet. And I got to tell y'all that y'all have definitely set my game up when it comes to watching these fights in regards to scoring them because, man, I got to tell you, it's super frustrating. So
I'm with you,
I had
man.
a couple questions. The Delgado-Flores fight, if a fighter wins a 10-9 round and then gets deducted for a point, is it a 9-9?
Yes. If the winner is the one being deducted, if the winner is the one being deducted, but if the loser is the one being deducted, that makes it a 10-8. So if you're if you're the one being deducted and I beat you in that round, then that round for you is a 10-8. For me is a 10-8.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I had Delgado Flores as a draw, 94-94. That was a banger. And it was hard to watch both of these events because, man, it was a great night of boxing. Next, there was a lot of nonsense last night of an 8-10 round turning into a 9-10 round if you work harder. Is that true?
No.
Say that again?
So last night, someone was talking about that the 8-10 round could be turned to a 9-10 round because he started beating his ass a little bit more after the knockdown.
No. So this is what happens. It is something similar to that. Yes, there are fights where you get knocked down and it's supposed to be a 10-8, but the fighter that got knocked down comes back and hurts that fighter, or
was winning the round before he got knocked down,
or finishes that round strong. Yeah, there are cases where some people would write 9-8.
Yeah, but that is
crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy
it's
work.
not,
Because
listen. It's not seen often, nor is the very, very strange 10-10. Usually, you're made to pick a round. These guys, these new generations are doing 10-10, but you don't really see that on scorecards often, like on official
I think
scorecards.
that's weak. I think people are underestimating how hard it is to knock someone down. And even if you do beat their ass for the rest of the fight, you still didn't knock them down. So I think it still stands as an 8-10 round. But yeah, with Ortiz and Bohachuk, I had Bohachuk destroying Ortiz.
Nah. That's not fair, bro. If you knock me down, let's say the round just started. Boop, you caught me in the first 10 to 15, 30 seconds. There's still
Which is still hard to do.
Yes, but there's still 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So what about those guys that get caught, like Virgil, for instance? It was a flash knockdown. Boop, he got down. He gets right back up. He's not hurt. I'm not saying that he won that round. I'm saying a person like him that can get up and not need recovery can potentially win that round. He can become dominant for 2 minutes and 30 seconds of that whole round. How do you not give him credit?
Well, let me be clear. For that to happen, the person who gets dropped needs to get up, and they need to dominate, like have the dude almost out on his feet.
I just said that. No, they don't have to have him out on their feet. You don't
they
watch
don't have
enough.
to, but they have to dominate clearly, not just win the round by a little bit to wipe away the 10-8.
I mean, I never said anything about a little
I'm not
bit.
saying what
I
you
said
said. I'm
specifically if
reiterating.
you get knocked down within the first 15 to 30 seconds and just 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, and you get up and you fucking are beating that guy up for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, how do we ignore that? How do we give you a 10-8?
It has
Can't
to
ignore
be
it.
a dominant performance, is what we're saying. It can't just be you outbox them.
Can I get a little bit more time for my call? Because I do got a couple more questions. Because I am trying to learn more about the sport, and these are all great points right here. What I wanted to ask again was, I didn't even know that about PBC cutting Leo. So he's actually becoming one of my favorite fighters because I do respect dudes that can go through the fire, come back, and get it back. So PBC was stupid as hell for letting him go. And then there was one more thing I wanted to talk about. So Ortiz, what was the final card? 114, 112, was it?
Yeah.
Was that the deciding card?
Yeah, two 114s, 112.
One even.
That's crazy. Okay, so
113, 113, 112, 114, 112, 114. And FYI, the judge's scorecard, he changed his score. This is what I'm saying. Like, you can visibly see that he changed the number, and that's why the number is darker on the scorecard. Look at Steve Weisfeld. Why does his two look like that, all fat and stupid?
That's because it took him one or two. Is it because they took him 1 or 2 rounds to do the instant replay?
I don't know what it took him. That shit shouldn't look like that. Say again,
when he marked it out, was it one of those? When he marked out that card, was it on one of those rounds that turned to a 9-10?
No. There is no adjustment. There's only he only messed up, I guess, on he can use the excuse that he added it up wrong because it's only on the total, the final score that the number's fat.
Okay.
I screen shared it. You got to take a look at it. But Elijah, that is way too much time. That is the bell. You got to get up in there with a counter punch. You know how it goes. Plenty of people waiting. We got Troll Beta, $20. Sweden. The new graphic colors for the zone are horrible. And they effed up a lot. The clock wasn't there. They made one fight. Those dudes fought for sure 4 minutes. For sure. The clock disappeared at 34. I was well aware that the clock disappeared at 34 seconds left, And I definitely let the audience know, like, look, that had to be way more than 30 seconds. Like, they literally had to have fought an extra minute. They dropped the ball trying to debut those graphic logos yesterday. It was a lot of mistakes, But, you know, you live and you learn, right? You live and you learn. Brandon, Cincinnati.
Yo, how's my audio?
Straight.
Crispy.
What's going on, TPV? Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the community. I have a different perspective. My scorecard was actually the same as the two judges that scored it for Virgil. I had it 114, 112 for Virgil. I saw a fight where it was some good back and forth action, but I thought Virgil won most of the exchanges. Yeah, the rounds were close, but I just thought Virgil was doing enough, edging the rounds. I gave Bohachuk rounds 1, 3, 6, and I believe the other round where he had the knockdown, which was round 8. Even in the rounds where Bohachuk got the flash knockdowns in, I thought Virgil was winning those rounds actually, but because he got those flash knockdowns, I edged those to Bohachuk. But Bohachuk was doing good work. I think people give guys too much credit, and I've seen it in the Madrid mob. When guys start to do better than we perceive them to do in these fights, we start to give them a little more credit. There was times in that fight where Virgil was beating his body up, doing great body work, and I don't think guys give Virgil enough credit for the body work. And towards the end of the fight, there were rounds where I'm like, how the fuck is Bohachuk still standing? Like, he's eating some serious leather. There was never a time where I was wondering how was Virgil still standing, because he was just landing punches that were doing that type of damage on Virgil. So, like I said, I thought Virgil won a tough fight. I don't think it was very hard to score for me. I had it 8-4 with 2 flash knockdowns, making it 114, 112. Yeah, I just think Virgil was busier and landed the cleaner, did the more cleaner, effective punching, whether it be to the head or the body. But Bohachuk showed a granite chin, and he did better than people expected them to probably do. And people were picking up for the upset. And when you want somebody to win an upset so bad, you just watching what the guy you picked for the upset is doing, and you giving him more credit than he actually deserves. Like, what rounds did he outland Virgil? I don't remember very many rounds where he outlanded Virgil, whether if it was Virgil working the jab, fighting on the back foot, or when they was in exchanges. Virgil was pushing him back to the ropes, banging his body, landing shots up top. Yes, Bohachuk did good work as well, but like I said, I don't think the fight was very hard to score in my opinion. I thought Virgil won. And then like people have been saying, shout out to Angelo Leo, a guy that took an L, had to go back to the drawing board, do a reset, got cut, had to go take a step down, fight on Showbox. Never bitch, never complain, just put his work in, put his hours in, got his grind on. And when he got his opportunity to fight on the big card for another title, he came, he saw, and he fucking conquered. Guys like that I always root for, the Oshakis, the Twins, the Leos. Those guys deserve more credit. But yeah, shout out.
Great call, Brandon.
James, go ahead.
I was gonna say Virgil's grill was that told the story. There's been fights in history, you know, like Chavez Taylor, where the winner's face looked worse, but this wasn't one of them.
Yeah, I mean, to minimize Bohachuk and say, yeah, he did good work, and that's it, but then talk about, oh, you know, Virgil was landing this cleaner and that doing this. It's like, bro, I don't know. Y'all just weren't looking at Bohachuk because he landed hella right hands.
Repeated.
Hella right hands, inside, outside, it didn't matter. Uppercuts, it was crazy. I mean, maybe you are right about one thing. He certainly did better than I expected, so maybe I'm high off that. But he landed repeatedly.
No, with the 2 knockdowns, I mean,
numerous right hands, numerous.
How many rounds did you fellas give Bohachuk total?
I got my.
I didn't score it.
I gotta pull mine up. I got it. I gotta pull mine up.
I didn't score either yet.
What I will say though is that I can see Brandon's point about.
So you didn't score it, but you asking us for scorecards. This guy's a fucking jerk. We got.
I didn't ask anybody for these scores.
No,
You're
him. He
Punk.
wants a
Marco.
scorecard, but he didn't
Marco,
score it.
yeah.
What do you want a fucking scorecard for? I gave him round 1, 4, 6, 7, 8. I gave him 12. So that's 1, 2, 3.
6.
Oh, well, thank you.
So that even if you gave him 5, he wins because 2 of those rounds were knockdowns. I mean, there's no way he didn't win at least. Even if you give him 4 rounds, right? It's a draw. There's no way he didn't win at least 4 rounds for a draw. No way.
Well, so this is the point I was gonna make. I could see, first of all, the reason why I said a draw is because he got knocked down twice, and I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for me to take that away. Even if like the judges say themselves, okay, it wasn't enough, you easily scored it a 10-9 round, if not 10-8. So that's why I could understand. But to Brandon's point, there were instances where I'm looking and I'm like, yo, Virgil is beating his ass. Virgil is beating his ass. But then, Bohachuk was always active, coming forward. But yo, Virgil, I think, did land some of the more harder punches.
You think so?
Yeah, I just don't. No. Listen, he's right about that because when I rewatched it with the volume on, you can hear it. But that's what I'm saying. Why does it always come down to your hard punches were 5 of my regular punches? Like, how does that work? Like,
well, no,
I'm still outworking you. You're throwing and I'm bang, bang. Like, what's the difference? I'm outworking
because
you.
The harder punches for Virgil in some instances were coming in the counter, and then coming off of those counter, he'd back Bohachuk up and then land something else nice, and then Bohachuk would try again to find his rhythm. So those are the rounds where people, if they had a discrepancy,
I only seen Bohachuk stumble back once. I only seen that happen once.
You had the classic Taylor versus Chavez fight where Chavez would land 1, Taylor would land 3 or 4. Chavez's were way harder. So at the end, Taylor's face was all lumped up, but he outlanded him. But that comes into the whole subjectivity of scoring a boxing. Some judges would go with the 1 harder shot over the 3 shoe shines. This, though, wasn't that case. Not one fight. Those guys were hitting about the same in hard. They were both hitting equally as hard almost. I just thought Bohachuk landed more, and they were hitting equally as hard. So it's a no-brainer. And he had 2 knockdowns.
And he did outland. I'm pretty sure that's what Tom Lawfer said in the post-fight. Like, we outlanded. We were the come-forward fighter. We got 2 knockdowns. Like, shit is crazy. Lake County, $5. Brandon, most of Virgil punches were going over his head, missing. Javon, right. Bohachuk had his head tucked all fight, landed more jabs and uppercuts. I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. Like, they saying, oh, he did good work. Bro, he landed amazing overhand rights and hella uppercuts with that right. Like, we certainly minimizing what he did and only highlighting what Virgil did. James is on you, Atlanta.
Yo, Ness, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, man, this is why Brandon Maurice needs to be part of that panel, man, because y'all know what the fuck y'all talking about. I'm in full agreement in what Brandon Maurice said this morning, man. And I don't how the fuck did you get Bohachuk round 12, man? Like, Virgil was showing elite level boxing skill late in the fight, and he was still throwing the better punches, man. Like, okay, Bohachuk had a few moments, man.
How he was throwing the better punches when the ref saved him to go fix his tape.
It wasn't a save. It wasn't a save. It really fucking happened. It like he wasn't getting no coaching.
If you clip that part, man, you could see Harvey Doc unwind the tape off his arm. Go ahead and clip it.
Because the shit was loose.
That ain't his job. That ain't his job to unwind it. That ain't his job to make it longer so it could be fucking aesthetically visible to the fucking fight fans. Get out of here. He bought time for Virgil, man.
Nah, he was trying to rip it off.
Harvey Doc only helping Devin, though. Harvey Doc only helping Devin, huh? That's what it is.
Nah, not true. Because didn't Harvey Doc also help, Caleb Plant as well?
I don't know about that. I know he was helping motherfucking Virgil last night.
Come on, dog, man. Caleb Plant was on life support with David Benavidez, man. And, he allowed all that clinching. So are we serious here? Harvey Doc is a good referee, man. He called it like he saw it, and he felt it was fair. I didn't have a problem with that, Ness, man. You want some bullshit this morning. But, you know, good morning to you guys, man.
Morning,
Also,
Mr.
man,
Benitez.
good
Hallelujah.
morning, man.
Hallelujah to you.
Hallelujah. Also, man, Angelo Leo, man, y'all motherfuckers that ain't listen to us screaming Angelo Leo's name, man. Y'all lost out on some fucking money, man. The rabbit punches that y'all believe y'all saw, y'all just mad that y'all broke this morning. That's all it is, man. Other than that, Angelo Leo, I hope he does get that Espinoza fight or that New Way fight. Either way it goes, I love a comeback story. A good comeback story is always good for boxing, and it's crazy with how he turned into a main event fighter after he built himself up, and you know, Stephen Fulton, man, who's not trying to do the same, still deserves that he needs to be on main cards or even main events, which is crazy. Also, Ness, man, how do you feel about Turkey saying he's not gonna do no business with Tim Tszyu? And last but
I'm
not
telling
least,
y'all, man, he out here,
he is
yo,
fucking
he's wilding, bro. He's trying to pick fights with everybody, man. It's gonna be hard to keep defending him for real.
absolutely,
He
man.
on
Turkey,
Like,
some,
yeah.
bro,
he on some, it's my way or no way shit.
yeah, which is also some bullshit.
But there are rumors that Zoo, you know, that he's you know being used as a pawn from PBC. I don't know how true that is. You feel me? I don't get involved in all that extracurricular
Also,
bullshit.
how do you feel about Kenny Sims' next possible opponents being Zaria, Dakota Linger, one of those type of names?
Dakota Linger.
I'm just saying,
You,
dog,
you, you
man.
talk
Like
about
he
my
might have been.
loyalty to CYP. We talk about Benitez loyalty to Dakota Linger.
Wow.
I mean, nigga, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Like Dakota Linger's a decent fighter, man. And also, if Kenny Sims is really like that, he should be able to walk through Dakota Linger. Just saying, man. You know, like, yo, we seen the videos, we seen the movie and all this, man. Kenny, it's time to show up, man, and show that you deserve to be on that stage with the Barbosa and the Ramirez. You know, other than that, they're gonna be dragging their feet with you like they're doing with Charles Conwell. And also, man, people, man, give Virgil Ortiz a lot of credit because, you know, if this is your favorite black fighter like Bud, y'all be like, man, that was an amazing comeback. Look at the resilience that Bud had, yada, yada, yada. Y'all be giving him full grace this morning. Give Virgil the same fucking grace, man. He won that fight clearly, in my opinion. He showed that he has true grit. And also, man, he probably, if he hits Bud with those same shots that he hit Bohachuk with, man, Bud may take a knee down at the age of 37. Shout out to you and
What?
shout out to the community as always.
He
I'll
tripping.
catch y'all on the
He
next
just
one.
trolling. He just
James
trolling.
is drunk. He's drunk.
Now, look, do you think they
Those shots
swerve
so
us?
telegraphed. He can't even do that to Bud. My man literally was like, huh? Like he was showing the right hand to the body. You kidding me? How he's gonna do that on Bud? And
Yo,
then he wanna use his head to make sure his head is on your head before he throws a punch. Man, he can't do that to elite level fighters, bro.
Do you
He's
think
not
Oscar
ready.
pulls Virgil out of the fire and
Absolutely.
puts him in there against Conwell?
They better do the rematch. He not ready for Bud. He not ready for Bud.
Nah, he's not.
He's not ready for Bud. He not even gonna be competitive with Bud, bro. Like he had success by going old school and caveman, putting his head in someone's chest and just throwing punches up. Like that's.
I mean, if
come
we really
on.
think about it, he had the most success he had was when he chose to box.
For sure.
But he didn't even do that the whole fight.
But the truth is, when he was boxing, all he did was display the jab well. It wasn't like he was landing right hands off that boxing, you know. He just would pump the jab and work the jab, you know. But he wasn't landing right hands in that boxing position from what I remember. I seen him shoot a double right hand.
Virgil?
A double left hand, right hand. What happened, yeah?
You talking about Virgil?
Yeah, when he started boxing, I don't remember him landing the right hand. I remember him displaying the jab, pumping the jab, and using the ring.
He looked good too. Why didn't he?
Yeah, that left to the body, you know, when he was kind of turning, you know, Bohachuk, that was looking nice in those rounds when he was boxing. So yeah, maybe wasn't much of the right, but he get the jab out there. He throw the right, and then if Bohachuk kind of shelled up or went back, he'll throw that left to the body. You know what I'm saying? That's what some of the moments I'm like, okay, he's backing him up. Again, those could be the instances where somebody's watching it and saying now he's backing Bohachuk up and he's landing a body shot. Maybe some of the things that people not giving him credit for. These are the things I saw.
Lake County, $10. When Bohachuk was boxing and jabbing, they were saying there was no leverage on his punches. But when Virgil jabbed and boxed later rounds, they say it's confusing Bohachuk. Biased commentary all fight. Yeah, that's why I don't watch it with the volume on, bro. At least not the first time. Only if I have to rewatch it, then obviously I'm not live, so I got the volume on. But
Yeah, it's a different experience.
I don't like
know?
being swayed, and no matter how much you don't want to be, if you're listening, you will be.
They
Whatever
sway
they
you.
tell you, they see, you automatically, subconsciously start looking for that. Years
Yep.
alert and member for 4 months on a contender level. We need to get back to Boots versus Bud. Only opponent in my eyes that will give Bud issues. No, Virgil doesn't have it. Doesn't have the defense. Exactly. We got Treese, Toledo.
Yeah, I know what the fuck
Oh,
going
I
on.
got some news for Treese.
What you got for Treese?
Yo.
Yo, Treese.
What up, though? What up, though?
Top of the morning to Capo with the Midwest Mafia. Listen, Treese, I got an interview with Femke Hermans. First of all, y'all make sure that y'all check that out. The championship rounds, talking to the IBO and IBF champ Femke Hermans. Yo, she said it's supposed to be going down. It's in negotiations, very close to being finalized. Her and O'Shea out in Cleveland.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm on the job, homie. Come on now.
I love it. I love it. Shout out to King of Ming, man. Getting that backstage access. We need that.
Exclusive for the Midwest Mafia right there.
Is it going to be on OTX?
Okay,
I'm
King
not
of
sure.
Ming, the
They're
made
working
man
it- they're
around this
working that out.
motherfucker, man. Come on.
Yeah,
Shout
you
out
need to
King of
find
Ming.
out if it's going to be on OTX, because that sounds like a big fight. They never had a unification.
Yeah, man. But go ahead, Treese. I just had to get that to you, man.
No, I appreciate that. But that's good shit though. Speaking of OTX, I was just I think my man's speaking of I think Brandon Adams. I just want to throw this. I think Brandon Adams would be a good little fight for my man's Charles Conwell. By the way, I just want to throw that speaking of OTX. But if I spill, you know the deal, Ness. What I want to say, shout out to Angelo Leo. I hear everybody giving him his props. He did knock Buddy shit loose and whatnot. But I just want to say, I gotta put hands and feet on that shitty ass referee that they had out there. Was it just me, or did anybody feel like that my man was excessive with the breaking on that fight, bro? Like every time I look up, he breaking them up. Like damn, like let him fight out the break. Like let him work, bro. Every time I look, break. He excessive with the you hitting behind, he bitching and complaining and shit. I did not like that referee, like at
So
all.
look, in the beginning, Venado was complaining, even though he was turning himself to get hit in the back of the head. So then he looking to the ref. So then after that, the ref, I think, felt like he had to overdo it after that. So yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I ain't like that referee. And then I heard them talking about at a point they said that his last championship fight that he refereed was like in 2019, and that was the Nonito and
one.
And yeah, and apparently that he did a shitty performance in that fight. Well, I couldn't, because that was so long ago, I couldn't remember. But yeah, so I don't know. He got a bad track record and shit. I don't like that type of shit. Like the referees, he made himself a part of the fight, and I ain't like that. You feel me? But I shout out Angelo Leo though. Maybe he decide to give Stephen Fulton a rematch or something. You know, Stephen Fulton he bitching and moaning about not getting the main event. That'll be your main event for him. And every time I do hear Leo always talking about he want to get that back. So, you know, he might actually
Fulton got to work.
Fulton ain't even in the same division, is he?
Fulton got to work for that.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, but you know,
I think
he moved up. Fulton moved up.
I think he moved up to 21, 26.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ain't that where Leo at, right?
Oh,
that's
he
26.
moved. Oh, Fulton moved up.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe he'll give him the rematch. Maybe let him, maybe Leo want to get that back. But shout out, I do want to say shout out Venado though, because I heard Ness, I heard you talking like he had no business being in Albuquerque, but I just want to state my man's is a road warrior. That was his 5th fight on the road. I wanted to throw that out there. My man's having getting it done.
And that's okay, but that wasn't his hometown. That was
I'm with you.
hometown.
I'm with you. No, I'm with you at all. I'm just saying that he was, that shit, that the magic gonna run out eventually is what I'm saying, my nigga. You like damn, 5 fights on the road and you the champ, my nigga. That shit is like, come on, man. But yeah, of course, yeah, it was bound to happen. I shout out to Angelo Leo. I don't want to take no credit away. I'm just saying, man, we got to give credit to Venado too. He was road warring it out here. He was doing this thing. You feel me? And I also want to throw out a shout out to Alan Garcia and Vito Milanecki. You know, before I jump off Vito Milanecki, man, I want to see him in there with Xander Zayas before it's all said and done. But shout out TBV, shout out Toledo, Ohio. Charles Conwell, we want next. We want next. Virgil, you got to see us. Shout out to the Midwest Mafia, man. Y'all be cool.
Elijah Counter.
Yo, what up? Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, man. Yeah, all you boomers watching, close the chat on YouTube and hit the like button. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about the Leo fight. I thought it was really awesome how, because when we watch awkward fighters, they have so much success, but it is refreshing to see a dude who sticks to the basics and how he can counter Lopez's leaning in punches or those jumping in punches. And I noticed that he was countering them all night long. So I thought that was pretty clean. The Sims Jr. fight, that was like my second time watching him fight. Was he lacking in power, or did Romero just have a chin on him?
Yeah, Sims is lacking in power. That was his 8th knockout.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I would like to see him. I was hoping to see him with that Jair dude, because I noticed on BoxRec that he had fought Delgado and Morataya. So I thought that he would probably get a little bit better work with Sims. But who do you think would have won that fight?
Between Sims and Morataya?
And Jair Valteria? No, Jair Valteria.
No, I wasn't familiar with Jair like that, so that would have been something to just watch for me. I would have stood away from it.
Oh, okay. And then I want to go back to how we score the fights. So is it true that the judges are looking for effective punches, not punch volume?
We don't know what they're looking for.
Again, judging is subjective, right? Adelaide Bird scores different than, you and I.
She scores with her eyes closed. It's actually a new technique.
Yeah, it's all subjective. Each one has their own criteria.
Yeah, if I'm a judge and I like boxers, that's what I'm scoring for. It's just subjective, man. But there is more criteria, though.
Okay, what is that? It's effective aggression, effective punching, ring generalship, and what's the fourth one?
I mean, generally it's who gets hit more and who gets hit less. That's to simplify it generally. But then you get into branches of that, which is who hits harder, who has better showmanship, who's more effective, who's more aggressive. Then there's like, do you score the dude who's chasing the dude down, or do you score the dude who's retreating but landing pot shots? Then it starts getting subjective.
Okay. Well, with these two guys that were just banging nonstop, I took punch volume out of the question and was just looking for more effective punching, and then I started looking towards more effective aggression.
But why?
And I seemed like Bohachuk.
Why would you take out activity?
Well, because they're both at the same rate. I would agree that both of them were just going dogs in the fight with mad volume. So how do you distinguish the volume?
No way. Bohachuk threw more punches and landed more. Even CompuBox has that. Virgil was throwing power shots. Virgil was throwing all power shots.
Okay, so you're saying that the judges are leaning more towards power shots than Bohachuk being a little bit more clean and landing more.
They always going to, man. That's why Tank is a favorite. Knockouts is what sells. So if you hurting a dude, they love it. That's why I'm always mad, because it's like even the boxing fan scores the heavier shot over the dude that is working more. I think it's unfair, but again, it's subjective. It's what
that's
you're
seriously
looking
unfair.
for.
All right. I know that's my call, but I had one last thing to say. As the community, I know that they're listening to us because, man, this is the best boxing podcast. I swear to God, it's legit, because it's unbiased and you learn so much by listening, that I encourage everyone to start scoring these fights and calling in with their scorecards, because they're listening to us, and I know that they'll start to see what's fair and what's not fair.
Appreciate you, man. And you're right. We
Appreciate
got to
you.
speak it into existence, bro. We need definitely to come up with a solution because, look, right now he's asking questions and it's just so all over the place, how to score a fight, how to know what to look for. Because, again, every judge is different. Every judge is different, bro. Look at Harold Letterman, for instance, rest in peace. He was a judge that if you had the style of Margarito and Virgil Ortiz, you win in the fight in his scorecard. Because to him, you were the aggressor. You were the guy coming forward. Okay, Jim, Virgil's coming forward all night, and that's it. You won the fight because Harold Letterman said you were coming forward all night with effective aggression. Meanwhile, you got a boxer on the back foot, uppercutting the shit, countering, pivoting, and there's no credit being given to that fighter for his boxing skill unless that fighter is now a popular fighter. So now when it's a popular fighter, oh, look at Purnell, oh, look at Floyd, oh, look at Tank Pivot. And now all of a sudden you can enjoy the sweet science. But if it's a regular no-name dude, the sweet science goes out the window and whoever's hitting harder, whoever's the come-forward caveman, wins. It's bullshit.
Well, Purnell got robbed because of that very same fact. So he didn't get a chance to benefit from the judges understanding pugilism and boxing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about Whitaker Chavez. But real quick, what about Lindolfo Delgado, his decision over Brian Flores? Did anybody think anything about that particular fight?
I didn't watch that one. Like, again, I literally did a live with both fights at the same time, and I was in and out. I did watch him score a knockdown on Flores that now everyone says, wasn't a knockdown. I don't know. I guess I would have to go back and watch it, but Flores was no one that I was interested in anyway, so I'm probably not going back to watch it.
Well, I was just going to say I thought he might have been given some credit for his win over Flores, but I guess you're not in that constituency, huh?
No, I mean, again, I was watching it while watching DAZN. I think that Lindolfo did good, but people were saying that Brian Flores did better than is being reported. So I don't know. I wasn't, 100% lasered in on that.
Well, yeah, there are no robbery talks. Don't let anybody talk that nonsense. But that's what I'm saying. I thought it was a quality win by Delgado because he had to do a lot more infighting, a lot more, fighting in close range. And that's not usually his style. Usually he's kind of like keeping fighters at the end of his punches, trying to mow them down with power. But it was a tough fight. And I thought he won. And like I said, I just think it's a pretty good win for him moving forward.
He ruined his knockout streak, that's for sure. He was just on the two-fight knockout streak.
He don't need that knockout streak, man. He needed exactly what happened to him last night to show that he got some dog in him, man.
I thought he was already showing that, especially off of the two-fight knockout streak. I had said, in pre-fight that he had been getting better. But that was the knock on him, that he wasn't getting stoppages. Now you're going back to decisions. It's hard to market that kid. What is this now, 21-0? Yeah, 21-0. And he's not buzzing. He's not buzzing. And he's Mexican. But he's not buzzing, and it's probably because of the lack of knockouts. Again, he's got 15. He is at a 71% knockout ratio. And that's why I'm upset that, the streak finished, especially for someone I never even heard of. So I don't know how much credit he's going to get. But we got Venom.
Yo.
Yo.
Nah, you acting crazy. First of all, you lying about those CompuBox numbers. It's clear as day. You can look at the picture. Virgil landed more than him. He actually landed more than 40 punches throughout the whole fight. In that whole 12-round fight. So you could talk about all that activity shit you want. CompuBox says, not only does people I say that Virgil had the activity, CompuBox does too.
I mean,
now
so does Tom Lawfer, right?
I mean, Tom Lawfer is the promoter of Bohachuk. So, I mean, you want to ask Oscar? We can do the same
That's what he's reporting, my brother. All I can give you is what he's reporting.
Well, I mean, he's the promoter of Bohachuk. Of course, he's gonna say some shit like that. But look, as far as the fight, like I said, Virgil showed boxing ability. When he wanted to box, he boxed. When he wanted to bang, he banged. He dictated the pace of the fight. Not only that, we talking about the punches being landed on how Ortiz was all busted up, and how that alone should tell you that Bohachuk was thumping or something. Look, Canelo's white. You hardly ever see him get marked. So it's like we got to stop this narrative. Just because you got cuts, you bruised up, that means you losing the fight. No, that's not how you lose the fight. Canelo gets whooped on many times, never gets a mark on his face.
Canelo
When
gets
has he been
whooped
whooped on?
What the fuck, man? You sound silly.
When's he been whooped on?
This guy sounds.
Hold on, the triple G fights, both of them.
On him?
That's the narrative.
He landed some shots. He beat him the first fight, I think.
He goes from saying that Canelo got whooped on to now saying it's a narrative that he's just saying that he doesn't believe.
No, I believe. Look, the Canelo Triple G,
why
the
don't you
second
start
fight.
your call over, bro? Why don't you start your call over and just be a Virgil fan? Instead of attacking every other fan base to make every other fan base look as bad as Virgil, highlight Virgil and what he did. You talking about everyone except Virgil.
I know you upset.
No, the one that's upset is you. The one you literally calling into a Sunday show for Virgil to talk about Canelo and Triple G1.
No, because you was talking about how just because Virgil was cut up, how he was bruised up, he lost the fight. That's not how boxing works.
Of course,
you said Bohachuk had a clean face. You said Bohachuk had a clean face. That's not how boxing works.
All right, bro. All right, Virgil.
That's how biology works. When you get hit, you get swole.
Yeah, but Marco, we know there's fighters. Just because you white, some fighters don't bruise. That's just it.
No, most white fighters, especially the Ukrainian, that complexion, they bruise. But
now, last thing I want to say.
Regardless, Virgil was lumped up.
Last thing I want to say, he could be lumped up all you want. Not one judge gave that fight to fucking Bohachuk. You talking about judges with 100 championship fights? Not one fucking judge gave that fight to Bohachuk. That's my call. We the win.
Thanks for the call, Virgil.
Yeah. No rematch talk whatsoever. He said nothing Virgil did good. He just called in to discredit other people. That was hilarious.
He said just because Canelo's white, he doesn't get bruised, so he doesn't get hit.
Classic deflection from my man. One lump sum. What up? Jerry, I did not receive the DM just yet. I don't know. Where'd you send it, buddy? Jerry says he sent the CompuBox. Let me see if he put it in the 24/7 chat. We got one lump sum. What up?
No, tell me you don't react. We acted today. I'm watching the replay right now. The Leo Lopez. I seen that. What you say was his name? Lindolfo.
Yes.
That was
Delgado.
I didn't score. They were going toe to toe right now. I'm not gonna lie. The little knockdown, like he might have. You know when you duck your head, you kind of hit him behind because you ducked, so his glove cut. So that was kind of that's kind of like a knockdown. But they went toe to toe. Like that was a good fight. The Virgil, I don't have the zone no more since when they first came out. The shit was like $10 a month, but their shows come on like at 8 or 10 a.m. and so I'll be busy on Saturday, so I canceled it. But I'd like to get it again. But the price went up. But I took my boy Dr. Amin's advice, and I took his advice. I was like, I'm gonna do a date night. So I was able to go out last night. It was active. I went to the Hollywood Bowl. That shit was active out there. You know what I'm saying? My New Jersey Don Cheadle, good looking out on the advice. Like, man, why don't you make it a date night and go sit out with your lady? I never met that lady before, but she was cool. It was cool. She had her little hit. She started playing hip hop. She started playing like Jay Dilla. I was like, oh, girl, you know about Jay Dilla? And she started playing Slum Village. Like, you know about Slum Village? So okay, so she might. I have to give her some points. But I'm watching the replay right now. So Angelo Leo, that dude solid. He's up next or what? So I'm watching it right now. So I recorded it on replay. So, but
it was a great fight.
I'm watching it right now. He got them powder blue shorts on. That shit was active. He active. Okay, but that's what's up. Looking out.
All right.
Appreciate you, champ. I had a date night myself, man. That's why I had to come home and do my homework, man.
Yeah.
Or
Nah, it was a good day for that because there wasn't that many fights you needed to go back and watch unless you know, are super hardcore. And that's what I said. Like, if I didn't watch them live, I wasn't watching all them fights. I was just gonna watch Virgil and then you know, Lopez and
it was dope
and
because
Leo.
the main event started at like what 10:30, like a reasonable hour Eastern.
Yeah. It was
Hey, Marco.
reasonable.
What's up?
Real, my bad. How long's a train ride from your place into the city?
45 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Close. Why?
No, I was just saying about the same thing.
What's the guy's name from CompuBox?
What guy?
The son. He does commentating.
Son?
White guy. He's got a show. John. Yes, thank you. Dan Canabito. Trying to look for his social media because he's the CompuBox guy. We could find the numbers probably on his page. His father is the owner of CompuBox. Fucking
Okay.
Alex, you are the man. Let me see. Did he post it? I found them. See nothing here.
Actually, I mean, it's more like an hour from here.
Fudge. I see nothing. Let me see on Twitter.
Still not bad.
No, it's not bad.
All right,
Anything
so
around an hour is not bad.
we're going to get to JP.
JP, formerly of Long Beach, currently of Las Vegas.
El
¿Qué pasa,
BC?
primo?
Yo,
Unmute.
JP.
We got a super chats while we waiting for JP.
Damn, I'm still looking for these CompuBox. He must not posted it. Super chats we do got from James Benitez. $10. Let's keep it real. A fight with Spence Zhu is bigger than any fight with Bud. I can almost guarantee Oscar won't be comping any tickets for Virgil Spence.
You might have a point.
Spence certainly lost something. He's
Well,
lost
we don't
something,
know.
but I think Texas will come out because it's a passing of the torch. It's two Texas guys, you know what I'm saying? So even if Earl wins, he's back, and if Earl loses, you know they got a new one.
So you would be surprised, Ness, if Errol came out and being his same old self pre-Crawford?
No, I wouldn't be surprised. He only
Oh,
lost
'cause
once.
you said he lost something. You said that Spence certainly lost something. You just said that.
Well, I mean, you know, you got an ass whooping. So
Right, but just
you
one.
know, yeah, but it's a bad ass whooping, and he's been
It
out.
was.
He's not coming back. There's no signs of comeback. You know, so you looking at time off, Russ, and then is he still him? It sounds like the right time for Virgil to jump on him.
Now, does Crawford, excuse me, damn. Does Spence deserve, in quotes, that opportunity? You know, when you got.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, listen, I would much rather Spence fight the interim champion versus fighting Fundora, the real fucking champion, off a loss. Yeah, go fight the young, hungry Virgil Ortiz to prove to us that you deserve a true title shot at Fundora. Absolutely. That's how boxing should work.
I like that.
This
I like
fucker's
that.
getting to
And
jump the line. He's going to cut the line off a loss. No, certainly fight fucking Virgil.
And if you think, people hate that word vulnerable, but if you say, hey, the young kid just looked vulnerable, you want to step up to 54 and see where you at, hey, jump in. Okay, I like that. I ain't mad.
James right back with two more. He says, is Shushu ready for Leo? I got Leo by KO. Everyone's going to say he's ready. I don't know that he is or he isn't. Shushu is 26 or older. He could be ready. I just feel like any fighter that I think I like, that I want to champion, I want to get behind, I want to support, I want them to go through the necessary steps. I want them to have former world champions on their name. I'm not into skipping. I was not a fan of Loma, and I picked against Loma, and I was right. Salido beat him. That I don't like the skipping the line. It's just maybe it rubs me the wrong way, or maybe I just don't think a lot of people could skip the line. And when you try to skip the line, you usually get proved wrong. I don't know that Shushu needs to jump straight out of Leo, who is now a 2-time champion. You fuckers need to respect that, man. You don't respect champs, let alone 2-time. Like, Shushu's ready for a 2-time champ already. He ain't had a fight with one former champ yet. I don't know. I mean, maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I would have to see it. Right now, I would say that is a Leo as a favorite in that fight. Shushu would need to show us. And maybe he's confident. Maybe he'll jump on and say, yo, bro, you crazy. I be sparring. Because, look, they both from Vegas. Shushu lives here now, and Leo been out here forever. So maybe they've sparred. Maybe he knows something we don't know. But when them gloves is smaller and the head get come off, the lights is on, Leo been under the pressure. Leo been under the lights. Leo been on the elite level. And just right now, look at all them people in front of his hometown. All that adds something to a fighter. Winning the title 2 times changes you, man. $2 more from James. What great poop emoji did Bud show at 154? No one disputing at 154. What great shit did Buzz show? I mean, he certainly showed that he's still a counterpuncher. He certainly showed he's still a combination puncher. He certainly showed that he has power because he kept Madrimov at bay. Madrimov didn't try to run him over. He was trying to pick his shots very safely. So I think Buzz showed that the power carried.
He didn't look excellent, but that could just because Madrimov was that good. We don't know.
Well, it's also because Madrimov's style, man. It's a herky-jerky style. You never know when he's going to jump in. So, you don't want to bite on the feints, but you got to be on point in case those feints are not feints and it's really him coming at you. I told you guys it was going to be a difficult style, bro.
The bar was set so high for Bud after the Spence fight.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to live up to that performance, bro. That was an all-time, probably one of a lifetime performances, Like, he destroyed his nemesis like no one ever thought. I mean, Floyd didn't do that to Pacquiao. He outclassed the hell out of Pacquiao like he did Canelo, but,
There's few in history, right?
destroyed
Even matchups that was so super dominant. Very few where one guy was that dominant, where it was a mega fight that people really across the board thought was 50-50.
Jerry Soriano says, Ness, sent you CompuBox on Discord. Let him cook. 4 fire emojis. I did not see it yet. Maybe it takes a second. El Compalito, $2. Can I see the pic of Marco Berlanga with the jewelry? No.
I don't know who did that picture.
I sent it to Marco. I don't even have it anymore. So if he wants
to
show
it to me? I don't know.
I thought I said that before. Maybe I never sent it, though. I meant to send it.
You just put it up here live so people can see it.
I meant to send it, but I don't have it any longer.
Damn.
JP never jumped on, so
Let me see if I
I
can
see
find
a
it.
Tanque. Do you got a counter? Tanque. We got Raking counterpunch. Oh my God, that was old Raking. You might apologies. You've been waiting. We got Damien $2. Won 1,300 last night. Shout out to you, champ. I hope you picked Leo. Raking counterpunch.
Yo, Ness.
Yo.
You hear me?
Yep.
Cool. Dude, so just after I called in earlier, you were talking about this like Amber Fields fight or whatever, and I was curious, so then I looked it up. That Gotti girl she fought is a porn star.
Really?
It's like a very successful, well-known, I will vouch myself, very talented champion in porn, man, and she brought that champion medal to the ring, it sounds like.
Damn, champion in porn. I mean, that never crossed my mind. Wow.
Yeah, crazy. Like when I looked up the card, I was like, oh shit.
I clicked her link now. She's not yeah, wow, I'm gonna screen share. She doesn't look like a porn star.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Like
that girl was like a star, had a run.
Look at the picture
anyway,
of her.
I thought that was just a very entertaining bit I had to share with the panel.
All right, bet. Yo, look at her
Yeah, that's it.
punching Amber, right? Like she looks. I really had it made up in my mind that she was like a John Gotti daughter, daughter-in-law, granddaughter, niece. She looks like a Gotti. She came out so fucking aggressive, bro. Is it me or are those gloves like 20s? Lord have mercy, they're
Yeah,
so
those are
big.
big gloves.
Those are
She's
like
an
30
actual
ounces,
John
man.
Gotti bloodline.
No, she's not.
No,
I
no,
thought
we
she
were
was.
wrong. We
We were
misconstrued.
wrong.
We
She's
didn't
a.
know.
No, that's just a stage name. I'm pretty sure.
She's a. She's
Uh,
a. She's a
a
fucking.
porn star stage name.
Well, that's why I didn't know about her. If she was a real fight, that respectfully, if she was like a fighter, even an amateur, damn, yeah, I don't know nothing about that right there. You know what I mean, but I ain't know, I ain't know from that. Lord, get up out of here.
Oh yeah, I saw this when they were fighting each other.
Amber looks like she should be the one in the adult entertainment industry.
Exactly. This one.
Yeah, right.
This
That
one,
was
I
crazy.
mean, she doesn't strike me as porn star. I mean, but again, everybody has a different cup of tea. You know, I guess some of these you can see, but I'm not. I mean, girl next door porn star. I don't see porn star. And you said very successful. Whoa.
Hmm?
I have to do some
All right,
research
that's
on that,
it, boys.
man.
Appreciate y'all. Shout out to you.
He said I'm gonna have to do some research. You gotta love this show, bro. Joe Pilot. I never heard of her in my life till that fight. Shout out to Amber
Angelo
Fields.
Leo.
Amber Fields made her popular for us.
Wagwan, what up, man? What up, Marco, man? You know, Marco, me and you hot waters because you hating on Belanga, but it's straight, you know. You know, after this September 14th, we cool again. Yeah, man. I had Leo. I don't know if you remember my call on Friday, but I had Leo upsetting Venado, man, because Venado's real loopy with them punches, and he just really he was smothered the whole fight. Leo kept his kept it a phone booth fight, so yeah, Venado couldn't really get a rhythm, you know, and yeah, Leo's doing good, man. It's crazy. I think he with TMT. TMT, you know, got him that unification with Fulton. And that was a close fight too, the Fulton and Leo fight. And after that, Leo was off the map for a little bit, for like a year and a half. Came back, and look at that, man. Pro Box doing what Treese does, building fighters, rebuilding fighters. You know, rebuilt them, got him a hometown fight on ESPN, man. Salute to Pro Box. Like, damn. They out here turning chicken shit into chicken salad, man. Now Leo, yeah, Shushu got to be careful with Leo, man. And yeah, Virgil, I don't know, man. To me, he looked underwhelming. The power wasn't there. He looked extremely small in there. Bohachuk was just coming forward. He was taking everything. Everything Virgil threw, Bohachuk threw back. And yeah, but Virgil has always been known to like he bruises real easy. But Bohachuk's known for having power. Look, he had like 24 fights, like 23 knockouts, you know, so yeah, something crazy. So like he was he definitely was laying the wood. But yeah, Virgil, like the tape was hanging a little bit. I guess the ref might have had a caution that maybe Virgil might have got the tape in Bohachuk's eyes or even in his own eyes. So I think that's why he probably took some like a roll, like that long piece of tape off, because it was like already like starting to come off. But yeah, man, Virgil's food at 54, man. Like Virgil's food, man. He's too small. The power is not. It doesn't look like it's going up there. And all them guys at 54 crack. Like all them guys at 54 can hit. All of them hit hard. I think maybe Bud is probably his best bet to win a belt, because all the other guys up there are natural 54 pounders. Lubin, Zoo, you know, that IBF champ, even though I haven't seen too much of him, but you know, like he's a natural 54. All them guys is natural 54s. I think the best thing for Virgil is sell high right now. Sell high, get that Bud fight, get that payday, win, lose, or draw. If you lose, you lost to the best fighter, of the last, 5 to 10 years. I mean, besides Canelo, of course, and like Usyk and stuff, but like one of the top fighters. And you can still rebuild, or maybe, yeah, and he can still rebuild. He can lose to Bud, move up to 60, and 60's for the pickings right now. Anybody with a name can go up to 60 and might undispute it right now. You know, none of them guys up there really, world beaters. Maybe a Janabek, but who knows how long Janabek's going to stay at 60. So,
That's the bell. Yo, so someone reached out to the WBC and, alleged that they're disgusting for doing what they did and allowing Bohachuk to lose that fight for Virgil. And they said they're reviewing the fight this week and should be saying something. So we'll see if that's true. Or was they just DMing somebody back and not expecting it to get out there? We got Vic. What it do?
Crown Vic. Are you there?
Yo. Hawk, Maryland.
Hawk is there.
El Compalito, $2. Marco looks like the thumb from Spy Kids. Laugh out loud.
Yo, TBV.
Yo, Hawk.
Now, what up? You got the king, and you got the most exciting YouTube podcaster on earth in there with you. He's so smiley and happy. Was it Marco? He
Yes,
was like he's jumping up. Boy, he's so excited. Marco.
He said he's so excited.
I'm just messing with you, dude. He looks serious. Let me see. The fight last night, man. I don't know. It's because the Turk involved. Maybe they're trying to make sure that fight come off, but that fight not going to be attractive. Ortiz against Crawford with that loss, bro. I mean, well, it looked like a loss to me, but yeah, it ain't going to be that. People ain't going to really jump at that fight now. He gonna have to rematch that boy. He need to get that dude another shot or do something with that because he was doing his best. I can't knock him. He was fighting hard, but what do you got, a new style, Ness? Is there a new style in boxing called the Billy Goat style? Is there a Billy Goat style in boxing?
Hell yeah. Verge put patent pending on that shit.
Yeah, Billy Goat boxing. That's what we're going to call it.
Word.
Oh, my God. It looked like
Shout
Billy
out
Goat
to the
boxing
Robert
to me,
Garcia Billy Goat Academy and shit.
He looked like he practiced that shit. He was really ramming him, dog. You need to do a commercial for the Dodge Ram or something, dog. Anyway, I don't know. I think you need to get that boy a rematch, man. They kind of robbed that dude last night. I ain't got a whole lot on this, man, but I think Virgil lost that fight, and I don't think that people are going to want to pay to see Terrence. They're going to automatically say Terrence going to beat him. So I don't know if that's going to sell. They're going to have to give him a rematch before they can jump to Terrence Crawford. But, yeah, that's my call. King Amin. And I'm out, boss.
My guy.
Champ.
Yo, they said Marco, shout out to Flex BK Alonzo. He said Marco will be looking like the male version of the Mona Lisa.
I'll give him a ass whooping. That was not a good response.
Yeah, don't be so sensitive, man.
That's all I could come up with. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Vic, trying you again. If you're watching this on YouTube, smash the thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do so. Right now, we're at 229,227, so we do need about another 750 and some change, give or take, to get to the next goal of 230,000 subscribers. Come on, people.
I bet you Vic's call won't go through because he's calling the campaign for Virgil Ortiz.
Damn. Vic.
Yo. Top of the morning, y'all. What's good?
What up?
Vic, what's good, bro?
What's good, King? Marco, Ness, what it do, man? What it do? I've been trying to get in, man. My Twitter space has been acting up. Y'all know what it is, man. But just want to call in on the fights, man. I think it could have been a draw last night, man. I don't think Virgil looked spectacular by any means. Definitely had that dog in him. Fought throughout the whole fight, but I was expecting more, man. I definitely could have called it a draw myself, man. It was pretty even. But that Venado though, that was unexpected, man. I didn't have Leo winning like that. That was a crazy knockout, hell of a knockout, and I mean, we want to see Leo run it back with Fulton, man. I think that he deserves that rematch, definitely. I love to see that rematch, and we'll see, man. We'll see if Venado can bounce back. What y'all think
But
about Venado against
hold on, Vic. Fulton don't bring
Valdez?
nothing to the table right now, man. He got to fight his way back the same way Leo did, man.
Truth.
True. Yeah, y'all ain't lying. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Um, he is coming up though. We'll see how he looks against his next fight. So we'll see, because he's gonna be on the. Isn't he supposed to be on the undercard for? What undercard is he gonna be on? I'm trying to
Canelo's
think. It's not the
prelims.
Canelo undercard.
Yeah, he on the
That's
Canelo
right. That's
prelim.
right. That's right. That's
He ain't
right.
happy
Okay.
about that though. I saved this tweet. He said that they treated him like a poop emoji. Or even worse, he must be horse shit. And he said middle finger to them. So I don't know. He might cancel himself off it because he not,
Sound
you know.
he sound like my teenage son right there. He sound entitled.
But this what I'm saying. You know, we got to normalize what Leo did. Look, he get in the path. You still on a Canelo prelim and you mad, you know, but Leo had to go to pro box.
As my Italian homie would say, butter don't melt in your mouth, huh?
Y'all ain't lying though, man. You should be grateful. He under Canelo. That's a hell of a. I mean, that's a way to bounce back. You know, get your name back on the map. So
That's what I'm saying. They be wanting so much, and then it's like, yo, you want too much for a tuna. You want a lot of money.
Yeah.
You want to be the main event. You want to be the co-main. You want ring walks. It's like, bro, we trying to shake you back out, and you trying to act like you a star versus a tuna.
Yeah, ungrateful, man. That's what it sounds like. That's ungrateful, but he in a position to get his name back on the map, and we'll see, man. If he gets that dub, we'll see. He can run it back with Leo for a title shot, and I think that'll be a great match. What y'all think about Valdez against Venado? What y'all think about that?
Well, Valdez got the rematch with
Navarrete.
that he got to worry about not getting another loss. But I'm actually picking him in the win. Early betting advice.
Venado and Bronco Lara is a good fight, though.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your
For
time.
sure. Appreciate y'all, fellas, man. Good looking out.
Appreciate you, Vic.
I want Leo to get Ray Vargas, but I think Ray Vargas got some sort of PBC ties. Cause Leo gets Ray Vargas, then he could get Brandon Figueroa. You know, those are good all Mexican fights. You know, let Robisi get his rematch with Espinoza. If Espinoza could be free, if he could beat Robisi again, you know, Leo and Robisi, Leo, Nick Ball. You know, those. I mean, he's any fight with Leo as a champ versus the other champ sounds good to me. Yeah, I got Khaled. What up?
Yo, how y'all doing? Y'all good?
Yes, sir.
I bet. So I watched the Leo fight. Good fight. I'm with you next. Any rematch. I'm sorry. Any fight with any of the dudes at 126 is a great fight, except for Espinoza. You gotta stay away from Espinoza. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Espinoza beats everybody at 126. I even think he'll beat Shushu. Shushu is high up in the rankings too, so you might get a title shot soon. But every fight except Espinoza, I think Leo look good in. Hey, so I rewatched that Virgil Ortiz fight, and I scored it, and he lost. He lost 116 to 112. He won. I had him win in the second round, or the third round, or the fifth round, the 10th round, the 11th round, and the 12th round. But, you know, like them 10-8s really hurt him. And, shit, Bohachuk won them shits. Like, he won a lot of rounds. But them 10-8s really got him. You know what I'm saying? But it was still a good fight. Like, my man is still a dog. That's my man. You know what I'm saying? I still fuck with him, but you lost, though, for sure. But, you know, you was, like, gifted some shit. And it's just one of them bullshit politics with boxing. You know, he's still a dog. He still showed a lot of grit. You still got to go through situations in order to be the champion. But yeah, he definitely lost. You know what I'm saying? Bohachuk fought well. Bohachuk is a dog. Bohachuk is a mean motherfucker. I was watching that motherfucker walk in the ring. Like, damn, this motherfucker smiling and shit. He, like, got this look on his face.
Devilish.
Like, man, this motherfucker crazy. He really with the shit. Like, this gonna be a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? A couple times I done looked at dudes' faces. I saw it with Ryan. I saw it with Terrence Bud Crawford against Spence, and then Bohachuk, where I was like, hey, yo, this ain't finna go how we think it's gonna go. So, was it a rematch clause in that fight? Because if it wasn't a rematch clause, then it don't matter about no rematch, right? Is it a rematch clause? Like, do we know that?
I don't know that. No, we don't know that as of now.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, all right, well. Yeah, all right, well, it probably won't be no rematch then. So, yeah, Virgil can go on and fight the winner of Earl Spence and Fondura. I did see in the press conference that he was talking about he would fight Bud. Robert Garcia said he would fight Bud too. And like styles makes fights, both of those guys will be coming up from like smaller weight classes. So it might be a different thing. You know what I'm saying? I would still favor Bud a little bit, but I can see Virgil still winning that fight.
It's your time.
But that's my call, bro.
But it's
Thank
not
you.
your time.
I got a $2 Cash App from Elijah that says 112, 114. My math may be wrong, but with 2 10-8 rounds, do we really believe Ortiz only lost 2 more rounds after that?
Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
Exactly.
There's no way. Yeah, it was wild. But, it happens all the time in the sport.
Damn, Virgil getting caught out there. Look. Now that, ooh-wee.
What happened?
I don't know. Should I say this for a Tease Virgil show or show it right now?
Spit it out.
This is crazy. This is Virgil before the fight meeting with Turkey Al-Sheikh agreeing, saying he want to fight Crawford.
You're ready today. Next, we want Crawford.
We wanted to.
Yeah,
we want, of course.
Yeah, we want it. I come for this deal.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nice. Beautiful. Nice.
Dr. Akan, Sila.
How are you guys?
Hello.
By the way, Turkey, Virgil's dad.
Yeah, I know. He make a fight yesterday. He's your brother, not your son.
So I'm not gonna play the whole video. As you can see, shout out to K.O. Christy Ramirez YouTube channel. Shout out to her for the footage. And yeah, you can hear Virgil and Robert say, yeah, we want it. As soon as the fight's over, they calling out Earl and they calling out Fondura. They forgot that Turkey Al-Sheikh said he flew there to make this deal. Did someone get cold feet? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that's a negotiation tactic, right? You know?
I mean,
You don't dive right into it in case the numbers ain't right. I'm at least give him that benefit of the doubt. But that man flew out there for you to make this deal. And then you call out Fondura in his face. They got you on video, Verge. Tanke with the counter punch.
What up, Ness? What up, guys?
What up?
What up? What up?
Bro, you don't be giving my free calls. I just starting to notice that shit, but fuck it.
You lying.
I swear, bro. I never use them anyways, but,
bro.
Next time if you see my hand up, bro, it's because I want to use it. Yo, I forgot. Shout out to fucking Angel Ayala knocking out Apolinario for the super flyweight. I know you guys don't care, but that's a potential Sonny Edwards opponent. Virgil, man, again on this Virgil thing, bro. It seems like Robert believes he's still not ready for Bud. They don't look like they really want that fight, which is quote unquote a big fight, bro. Where are the Virgil fans at, man? A lot of them calling him the next Oscar de la Hoya. Yeah, right.
Who called him
is
that?
crazy, man. a lot of his fans, calling him great. I will say it's gonna piss some people off, but I will say I have more faith in Virgil than I do Boots. I need to see Boots in a fight like that.
Really?
Someone that's gonna, bring resistance and show me what you got, bro. Like, really show me what you got. Because even though Virgil lost, he won me as a fan. But when I say fan, bro, I'll probably never bet with him or against him. Just because he showed a lot of heart. No, he showed a lot of dog in that fight, man.
Yeah.
When they knocked him down the second time, after the bell rang, he came back, guns blazing, trying to win the fight, which is admirable. I like shit like that. Devin showed me the same thing versus Ryan. Got dropped, but man, you fought your heart out. Fought your heart out of the last 12 rounds. I respect shit like that. I'm now a Virgil fan. Not saying I'm a fully support the dude. He just got some entertaining fighting style, bro. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what these Virgil fans think. Is he really ready for Bud? Because to me, that's cherry picking and he's ducking Bud, man. We need to acknowledge this, because when it's someone else, we like to fucking jab him to the face constantly until they don't got no face. I'm gonna jab Virgil's face until I got no more hands, bro. We need that Bud fight. You can't be talking saucy and then not asking for the dude after you win. After they gifted you the win, bro. That was a gift. That was a big gift, bro. The turkey went there, paid the judges. You got Oscar, your backyard at home. You were gifted the win. Now you shall gift us the Bud fight. Right? Ain't that fair? How you gonna get win gifted, bro, and not give us that fight? What was that?
Sounds fair to me.
Right?
I mean,
Yeah, let's get it, man. I feel like they don't want it because they know what's about to happen to Virgil. He's gonna get sparked out.
But it's not
He's gonna get sparked out by Bud, bro.
Are we even
All
excited
right, champ,
about Virgil and Bud now?
come on back with your hand raised since you said you didn't get your free call. We're going to make sure you always get your free call. We're going to announce it. Yo, it's this free call. We got Daniel.
Hey, what up? What up? How you hear me?
Straight.
What up?
Hey, what up, gang? Shout out TBV family. Shout out Marco. Guess I mean ain't with us. But good fights last night, man. I was impressed with a few of the main cards, man. Big Virgil fan here. Wasn't a fan of the performance last night, though. Thought he came out kind of flat. Not making excuses for the man, but, man, his first test at 154. I feel like his first 12-rounder where he's actually felt some opposition and somebody willing to throw them hands with him. I think we're going to change Sergey's name to Sergio after his performance last night because he was fighting like a Mexican last night. So shout out to Robles. They had him prepared. I feel like with the sparring, it's a mental game. So he was already prepared mentally for Virgil's punches. He's felt that power, so he knows what to expect mentally. We know boxing's a mental game, so I think that had a bit of a factor. You could see him smiling like he knew what to expect. So, I mean, shout out to Sergey, man. He was prepared and came out with a good game plan. So I think it was more of him being just prepared more so than Virgil having an off night. Virgil did show some good signs, some good head movement, good footwork. Wasn't a fan of him, just wanting to bang all night and keeping them hands down. But, I mean, I felt like it was honestly a draw, maybe squeaked it out. But, obviously some Big Turk influence there, Same thing that happened with Crawford last week. We could see the effects of Big Turk in the building. I think he's kind of jinxing these fighters in a way, having them look past their current fights and looking on to the next. So, I mean, a big factor, with all of that pressure there and, the money fights. I feel like Virgil, honestly, man, if they get the Crawford fight, why are they not going to give him the payday? Let the young man get paid. I mean, he may lose the Crawford, but, hey, you're getting paid in the process, so take it while you can. I believe Robert, he's a fan of that as well. So if it presents itself, they're going to go the Crawford route. I don't see him fighting Zoo, but shout out to Zoo. He was in the house giving props, giving respect to Virgil, what it was due, and giving props to the people that deserve it. But I think if Virgil goes the Zoo route, he's going to burn the bridge with Turk, so I don't see that happening. Fundora, yeah, probably an easy way out. So, I mean, honestly, if Crawford presents itself, I see Virgil going that route. Shout out to Leo, man, pulling it off last night. I'd love to see that dude go back to Pro Box and defend that belt in Plant City. That'd be awesome, man, just to show some love back there to Pro Box and Gary. And shout out to Chop Chop, man. They're looking out
Remember, he
for
don't
Albert
gotta go back
Gonzalez, man.
to Pro Box. He could always take Pro Box back to Albuquerque because they traveled for Lamont Roach. Remember?
Ooh, that's fire right there. I love that, man. I love that. You are right. They're on the road, so I'd love to see them show out. I think the city would show out, the region would show out also, man, and give these few of these other guys some shine as well. But like I said, shout out to Chop Chop, Albert Gonzalez. He's going to be the next champion out of RGBA stable. Mark my words. I'm out.
All right,
You
champ.
may feel like it's your time,
Peace.
but it's not your time.
You know, one thing he said, I gotta, ask a question. I don't know if it's philosophical or rhetorical or anybody has an answer, but what's the difference between giving an incentive to look, forward to beating your opponent versus, maybe a fighter choosing to look past the current opponent?
An incentive is, I guess, going to be more of a motivational. It's gonna elicit more people trying harder, whereas looking past elicits the opposite. You kind of fall asleep sometimes.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, who's that up to? That's up to the fighter, right? Like some people can take it as incentive.
True. Yeah, it's all how perception.
I think that, again, I'm sticking with he was told not to mention Crawford in front of the audience. That, what he said, was backstage, probably meant to be private. If you commit in front of the world and you don't like the number, you committed. Now you look like a duck. I think it's just strategic.
Have we ever seen anybody propel so quickly in the world of boxing as Turki Al-Sheikh has? Where like everybody knows his ass. What's it been, a year maybe? Not even?
Yeah, I mean, Al, Eddie, anybody that comes in with $1 billion, even $500 million like Al,
Daniel Kinahan
makes a name. Daniel Kinahan makes a name for himself. You just need I don't want to say a couple of dollars because I'll never come to that amount, but you need a significant amount of money to make a splash. That's how it's done.
It's just wild how quickly he's risen in the world of boxing.
I mean,
money talks, man.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and he's making good fights too, though. I mean, it's not all,
Money talks, and the sport. We needed something like this, so everybody. That's why he's already inducted. Like, we wanted someone to add structure, so we're hoping that he can do that.
Yeah, he has to consolidate a lot. Promoters, sanctioning bodies, and I don't know if that's possible.
So far so good, right? Golden Boy had a Riyadh logo. He was there. He's working with everybody. I just don't like that he's always verbally cutting people off in the media. He's so my way or no way type thing.
I keep saying it. He's acting like a Saudi oil prince.
No, he's watching too much TV. He think that because they all gracious. Oh yeah. He watched too much TV and he act like how he think Americans or North Americans. Let's not discount Mexico being a part of North America. He thinks that kind of brash. Yeah. He thinks that he's kind of doing that, but nah, man. He needs to go back to holding hands. Like, listen, when he over in Dubai, he over there holding hands with motherfuckers, grown ass men holding hands. When he come over here, instead of asking for the ring to be kissed, humble yourself the same way, champ, and you start holding hands with motherfuckers that want to hold hands.
It's tough though when you run a whole country, you have a whole military who will do whatever you want. If you snap your finger, like, that's hard to keep the ego in check.
I got a couple super chats we got to get to. Daniel Vega, $2. Marco looks like Murr from Impractical Jokers. El Compalito, $2 more. Marco looks like Dr. Evil's cat.
That's good. That's good.
One lump sum, $2. Okay, I see that, Leo KO. Stopped him. That's how it go. One lump sum, He caught the fade. One lump sum back with another two. Thank you, ESPN and Top Rank, for free TV boxing. Well, you do have to pay. You need that as part of your cable subscription and stuff like that. It's not free. Free. All the way free. El Tanque, you want your free call? Allegedly, you ain't get. Before we out, because you are the last caller. Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Don't forget, we right back at it tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We got Jerome Barber, $5. After last night and last weekend, Madrimov is better than those two. Lubin deserves a shot as well. Ortiz doesn't want Bud, and it's understandable. All right. That being said, arrivederci. Where can they find y'all, gentlemen?
Listen, man, King Amin of Essex 1 on IG, King Amin of Essex 1 on Twitter. The championship rounds on YouTube. Like I said, great interview with Femke Hermans, IBO, IBF, super welterweight division champ. Check that interview out. It's Sunday, man. Take it easy like Lionel Richie, but go ahead and get you some information on that women's boxing.
Marco Boxing, all platforms. You know how we do. Cooking in Hell's Kitchen.
Peace.
Peace.